Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
He got a country behind him. A country.
Shane Mosley
and we know Mexicans been dominating. We know Mexicans and black fighters has been dominating for years. And you always get your biggest fight when you match the two together.
Muchos querían que tú no tomaras esta pelea frente a Irlanda y Lara del campamento tuyo. ¿Tú pelearías otra vez con él? Cuando te enseñe a pelear, te doy la revancha. But when he learns how to fight, then I'll give him the rematch.
Now I want to ask you another question.
Go ahead.
Who's beat me?
Nobody's beaten you yet.
All I want to know.
So why pick a guy two weight classes lighter?
All I want to.
When you have a guy's got feet like Pacquiao, you have to point the gun. If I got the height, I have to come here. See?
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another flagship edition of the Boxing Voice. I'm your host, Nestor Gibbs. We have a full panel of hosts, so definitely stick around. We're going to be talking one topic and one topic only, ladies and gentlemen, and that is Vasyl Lomachenko versus Guillermo Rigondeaux. It's the Matrix versus El Chacal. And we're going to be taking your phone calls. We're going to be getting your previews and your predictions, as well as our previews and predictions. So listen, the number is 1-425-569-5241. Press one time to voice your opinion here on the Voice of the People hotline. We want you to make your prediction. Remember, Thursdays is preview and prediction day, but Sunday is Crow Day, and this is the place where Crow will be served. International callers, you can add Nestor Gibbs on Skype. That's NESTORGIBBS. Remember, we're going to be talking live boxing here. We're going to be talking Guillermo Rigondeaux, who's going to move up 2 weight divisions to take on Vasyl Lomachenko at 130 pounds in Madison Square Garden, live on ESPN. So, like I said, we have a full panel of hosts. Let me head on out to the Hipster Hunter in the Golden State and get this party started.
Production. This is a beautiful performance against a very tough guy in Michael Johnson. How do you feel about it?
Fuck that. Conor McGregor.
ThaBoxingvoice.com. You know me, Larry. From a wicked entrance, from a flip over the rope into a knockout. Now, when here the main thing is, I just hope the guy, I wish. ThaBoxingvoice.com.
Yes, the haters beware, and I cannot wait for. I cannot wait for Vasyl Lomachenko versus Guillermo Rigondeaux. I think it's probably, arguably, one of the best fights ever in boxing history on paper. You have two gold medalists, two-time gold medalists in the Olympics going against each other. One's undefeated, one's a super prodigy in so many ways. One's moving up 2 weight divisions for this challenge. It had that, sort of Clubber Lang-like feeling where Guillermo Rigondeaux was calling out Lomachenko constantly and consistently for months and months and months until he finally got the fight. And we're here. It is here. And I can't wait. I think it's going to be a great fight. And I think it's going to be one where we're all going to need our pen and paper in hand, ready to get our scorecards out. It's going to be a fantastic display of boxing skill. And I can't wait to chop it up with the full panel here and the callers.
Absolutely. Let's go out to Mr. Two-A-Day himself, the amateur, Alexander Lainez.
I'm the best ever. I'm the most brutal and most vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been. There's no one to stop me. Lynch is a conqueror. No, I'm Alexander. He's no Alexander. I'm the best ever. There's never been anybody like me. I'm Sonny Liston. I'm Jack Dempsey. There's no one like me. I'm from Nairclaw. There's no one that can match me. My style is impetuous. My defense is impregnable. And I'm just ferocious. I want your heart. Get up!
ThaBoxingvoice.com.
Yeah, man. I know all of us been waiting for this fight. It's been a hell of a build-up.
Do me.
Yeah.
I don't think your mic's connected.
You sure?
We're sure. How about we go to who we should have went to? I seen Casual frown like, word, they gonna go to they gonna go to him before me. Know what I'm saying?
What's up, man? Yeah, I just want to say I saw the fight too.
Stay focused, stay working my dad.
I
Because if he comes to fight, then I'm gonna have to look for him.
I saw the fight too.
I think you accurate.
Yes. What's up? Haters, do be weird because Enrique Church is here. Grab your drink. Make sure you. Yo, what up?
That's a carbon copy of my man, Matt.
Robin, I understand. It's all good. You know what I mean? I said grab your drinks, put your seatbelt on, all that.
Enrique, are you gonna keep swagger jacking my line every time?
That is swagger jacking.
Yo, but why is it got to be about you if today is about Vasyl Lomachenko versus Guillermo Rigondeaux at Chacao?
You started it off with a carbon copy of Matt's intro.
All right, you want to do it all over? You want me to say?
Yeah. Start from the beginning. Start from the beginning.
Yeah, go.
Yo, what up? This is Enrique Church, ladies and gentlemen. I saw the fight too. That's right. Vasyl Lomachenko versus Guillermo Rigondeaux. Right? Everybody said they're waiting for that fight. But, what is the determining factor of this fight? Is it that the Cuban style is too slick for a Lomachenko? The dog barks louder than its bite. Is that Rigondeaux? Who's the loudmouth here? I only been hearing about Rigondeaux. I know Rigo for his defeat over celebrated Nonito Donaire. They call Rigo boring, but I enjoy that fight. Let's find out from the callers. Who you team? I'm writing your name down because like Nestor Gibbs said.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well, everybody.
Why is Doomsday just talking?
I wanna be alone. It's just one of them days.
You're right. I hear you, Enrique. It's one of the days you want to be alone. You don't get interrupted the way he's interrupted.
Exactly, man.
I thought you was done.
Almost done. But
y'all both amateur hour. One got the mic unconnected. The other one botching shit.
Nah, it was connected. It
wasn't. Stop stunting.
He just said when you disconnect the mic from the computer, you got to go back to the settings and make it the original mic. I didn't do that.
My man, so that means it wasn't connected, yo.
Nah,
that's the excuse.
Like, it wasn't physically. It was physically connected.
Enrique, stop talking about excuses.
Yo, why he doesn't ever have why he never just accepts responsibility?
Yeah,
it's always an excuse.
I accept the responsibility. I just said it was connected.
Ladies and gentlemen, Alex Doomsday with the Triple G hat on.
Yo, he don't even want to be properly introduced. He just want to jump in on Enrique. Enrique want to swagger jack Matt. Yo, the only ones was just normal was me and Matt.
I'll take my hat off to Matt. Haters beware. That works.
Yeah, you like that.
Haters beware. The hipster.
It's over. Matt got a swollen head. You see it just lean over?
I feel like
I
it's
just gave that to him. I gave it to him. So what up, chat room? What up, Blog Talk? We here. Let's talk.
I mean, I know everybody's excited about this. We've been waiting for this fight.
The real Enrique, I know Doomsday, I'm kind of cutting you off, but
it's cool.
I remember when you was cool. The thing is, you ain't been on in so long. You lost your own swag, and that's why you swagger jacking. But remember, your thing used to be like, yo, I watched the fight too.
I saw the fight too.
The preview show, you used to say, damn, it was just on the tip. That's here we go. What he used to say? He used to say, oh man.
Ness. Shots. Give yourself shots right there. That was pathetic.
It was.
You can't try to clown your homie and then bail midway through it. You can't do that. I'm sorry.
No, it wasn't clowning. I was actually about to say it's like legitimately something he used to say.
And it worked.
Yeah, and it did work. Oh, this was it. See, it comes right back. Short-term memory loss only. Spit your game, talk your shit. Who you with? Remember?
Yeah.
You like swagger
shit. I forgot. Thanks for the reminder. But in the end of the day, swagger jacking is just basically inspiration. Inspiration. Got inspired. Haters beware. The hater. Hunter's here. Hipster.
Let's be honest. Who in the industry has to beware depending on the outcome of this fight?
Oh, that's a hardcore question.
I mean, if Rigondeaux wins, he said that he's gonna go back down in his weight anyway.
And who's there that's interest to the general public beyond the hardcore fans, though?
Oh no, I mean, my narrative was definitely not going towards the route of a fighter. I think this is the biggest.
Okay, that you know, you passed the ball and Doomsday threw it towards that, and I caught it. You know.
Yeah, no, I hear you. And I'm shooting it down because it's like there is no bigger fight for Rigo right now. I mean, Ray Vargas would have to get extremely big, which I don't know. He would have to like.
He can always go to 126 and create big matchups. Not as big as this potentially, but he can still create big matchups.
Yeah, well, that's what I said. There's no bigger fight for Rigo.
So where were you going with that question?
Well, the industry would be mad, right? Who in the industry?
Bob Arum.
I think
Bobby.
I think Bobby. What there's look, me and Matt were looking for press conferences, streams. There were none of that. We haven't had any press conference until this fight week. The lack of promotion. Now, I don't know how true it is. I kind of hope Matt did the due diligence as a amazing producer to find out whether or not it is true that Teddy Atlas has been.
It's true. Boxing Team reported it.
Well, there you go. Fill them in with the details after I give them a quick, short paraphrase synopsis here that Atlas is not allowed to call the fight. Because I guess good for Rigo, right? Because he was a Rigo hater. How does it work out?
Well, I mean, that's not the reason they gave, obviously. They gave a corporate, canned response about how we're going to utilize and try out different broadcasting teams and experiment. And that's what this is. Teddy Atlas is a beloved part of the boxing commentary team. He will be back on cards. They said something like
who's stepping in for him?
I forget who.
Don't tell me Bob Sheridan.
No, I don't think it was that.
Christina Poncher?
I don't think it's said in the article, to be honest.
That would be hot if Bud was there. You know that Bud took a picture with them.
Bud as in Crawford?
Yes, Bud Crawford. You're right. I'm sorry I said that. You're right. There's casuals out there. Terrence Bud Crawford, the unified, undisputed 140, former unified, undisputed 140 champion, now moving up to 147, is on hand in the tri-state area at New York City, taking pictures with both Vasyl and Lomachenko, saying it's a great fight. Also want to mention Abner Mares has gone on record, and he says he's Team Rigo on his social media. So, yeah, people are coming out the woodwork, starting to pick live who they're going with. Speaking of live, we will be doing a live fight chat, calling it play-by-play. Hopefully there is no trickery, and we get a true winner and not just the winner in the Matrix. Pun intended.
So, all right. So since people came out on record early, Team Rigo and Team High Tech, I'm gonna come out early and tell you my team. Actually, I'm a little lost with this team one. Although
I thought you had the team.
I kind of do got the team, but I don't want to come off the wrong way. So I'm gonna pick my team like this, right? I'm culturally driven towards the fighters. So obviously it's Cuba. Right?
No. It's not
culturism.
Culture. You could probably call it that. Yeah.
What? Culturism. I'm just telling you. I adapt towards that first. Like that's my favorite. I favor, a Spanish fighter or a black fighter, and sometimes a white fighter. But it's in that order, right? I think Rigo, to me, Rigo is slick, man. I haven't seen him. That last fight, he knocked somebody out. I thought they pulled that from his card or from his win, right? This column.
They made that a no contest.
They made it a no contest. But it did display that a power punch exists, right?
Yes.
Now,
on multiple occasions.
Yeah, okay.
All right. Or broken people's jaws. Yes.
Now, his opponent, Vasyl Lomachenko, who has he knocked out? He did stop Nicholas Walters.
And Martinez. He knocked out
playoff. Matthew, how many months has Rigondeaux Guillermo been out of the ring, aka El Chacal?
Ooh, the Kovalev War 2 card. So that was this year in what, June?
June. So we're in December. 6 months. Not bad.
And Lomachenko fought, I would say, in August against Mariaga.
Shout out to Blackface. It's been such a long time.
It's been a minute.
He did a super chat. Shout out to all super chatters and all patrons helping us with the movement.
How much is that $2 euro?
$2 euro. Well, I mean, isn't every 75 cents. So for every euro is only like a 75 cent American.
$1.50.
So
No, $1.50. It's the opposite. If that's not a euro, that's a pound, by the way.
All right, pound. My fault.
And a pound is worth more than the U.S. dollar.
Woo!
So he gave you like $5.
Big
I want to say I could be wrong.
I think you're right. I've heard the same thing. I just never compared.
Well, I mean, we have to say his message. Unfortunately, he's taking shots. He said Doomsday looks like Islandri Laura's manager.
Is that heavy or
you gotta Google Louis de Cubas Jr. I mean, he could get it off, but I mean, Cubas Jr. is very fat, so I guess in the face, maybe. But I mean, he must have heard the Border Wars show calling you fat. I don't know. Shots fired.
And he put $5 for that convo.
So
damn blackface.
We saw the weigh-in, and I think what I should do is probably screen share in the meantime.
Am I wrong? What do you mean the weigh-in? The weigh-in isn't that tomorrow?
I meant to say the final press conference.
Oh, okay.
Thank you for the correction, my friend. You're such a good guy.
Yeah, you're listening to ThaBoxingvoice.com on YouTube live.
All the way live. All the way live. All right, so I'm hashtagging Rigo Loma, which is also something else that I wanted to show you guys. Let me just go ahead and screen share this here. I'm going to Instagram and I'm screen sharing, and now I'm making it the focal camera. Head on over to video on youtube.com/ThaBoxingVoice. We are on the hashtag Rigo Loma, or really Loma Rigo, because Loma is the A side, right? They have 4,000 posts, guys. All right, so here I'm going to open up another browser. We're going to go ahead and put Instagram. We're going to go ahead and click that, and we're going to go straight to there, and then we're going to do
Rigo Loma.
We're going to do Joshua, right?
Wilder.
Parker.
Yes. 4,900. Remember, Loma Rigo.
We're going to press enter, and we're going to see what we get. Why'd that come out? Joshua Parker actually came up as a person.
Hashtag, actually.
You didn't do the hash.
I have to put the actual hashtag. I thought I could just go ahead and do it like I did.
There you go.
Parker. And then there we go. Look at that.
708.
That's weird. I thought it had 1,000 the other day. But
low.
That's a low number, right? But then we go back to Rigo, 4,972 posts.
If you flipped it and went Rigo Loma, does that make a difference?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. There is a whole nother hashtag.
I would determine from that
see,
that's
that
Team Rigo.
Rigo's been more active on the social media.
But that one only has 800.
Right. I would say that's Team Rigo.
No, that's not Team.
This one, oh my God, I'm happy we're here. Check this one out. Hilarious. Hilarious. Please tune in to us on the YouTube channel, or you can go to ThaBoxingvoice.com/videos. And it says, Lomachenko, where are you taking me, Daddy? Rigondeaux, school, son. I'm taking you to school. Look at the little picture of Lomachenko with the pout mouth. Matt, does it remind you of little Jacob or what?
Hey,
it actually does.
These are the posts that's been stirring up and actually making this lead up to this fight colorful, man.
All right, so let's get back to the reason that I'm here. Here we go. So I wanted to share with you guys the face-off. Now check this one out. Shout out to Crown Boxing. You're the first one on the hashtag, so we're gonna use it. Did anyone expect this? I mean, look at where Lomachenko's Louis Vuitton belt is coming. It's about mid-stomach, maybe above or below the navel. What do you think? I mean, shoulders. There's about a 3-4 inch difference there.
I love the deep dive into why he is 2 inches taller, but he's 2 inches taller. We could just say that.
I don't know who.
Did you expect that? I mean, it looks bigger, no?
What do you mean looks bigger? What
looks bigger?
The height advantage looks more in favor of Lomachenko than what I expected.
Tall and reach.
I actually expect him to be even more taller than that.
Nah,
I expected. Is that a word?
Or
much taller. He meant.
No, I don't think that's a word. I expect him to be taller. I think that's just the proper English.
Oh, proper English is not he. I expect him to be much taller than Rigondeaux.
Definitely not more taller.
Definitely not more.
But I have to get my girl in. Hates when I call her a teacher.
But who here can break down a fighter? Like, I'm not really good at that, but if somebody that does know, I would be like, that makes sense. Now, Lomachenko's style, is he like a guy who uses his length, or because of his division that he's in, he's a close fighter? Because to me, Rigo extends himself. That might be danger. And I mean by extend himself, he like finds a sweet spot, and like the Cuban style, the hit and move might be the distance for Lomachenko to be successful with punches. So is he a really like a Mike Tyson go inside? And
well,
Rigo?
To be honest, Enrique, it's a very difficult fight. We should have brought like a super duper expert. I think it's a very difficult fight to break down simply because you just don't know what you're gonna get, right? Is Lomachenko?
I don't think it's that hard to break down. I mean, have any of you?
All right, so then
I said panelists. Let's sit back and listen back.
I was waiting for you, Nestor, to the lead.
No, listen. After I say what I say,
but I mean, if you've been watching,
jump in.
If you've been watching any tape over the past couple of weeks of these two leading into this fight, you do see some things. You do see that first off, both guys are southpaw. That is obviously a very key factor in this fight. Who is going to have the more effective jab? That is another key factor in this fight. Who's going to dictate the pace? Who's going to control the pace is another key factor in this fight. If you look at fights, Rigo likes to sort of just be on the back foot and do his thing, not necessarily quote unquote run as a Mayweather does. He actually likes to be more in the center of the ring, but he likes to be on the outside, just working his jab, finding an angle and landing that straight left or counter left hook. And Lomachenko is a guy that really likes to work combinations. He's a guy that works a rhythm. So he's going to be on his toes, back and forth, going da-da-da, 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 and just throwing, 2, 3s, 4 punch combinations and just wear his opponents out. Now, you asked Enrique, is he an inside fighter? Not necessarily. Can Lomachenko fight on the inside? Absolutely. He's a guy that wants to work that mid-range. He wants to be right in front of his guy and just working those angles, working.
Does inside work for Lomo versus Rigo because he's a shorter guy?
I mean, it can work. Lomachenko's gonna come in doing what he usually does. You know what I mean? He's a volume puncher. He overwhelms his opponents. Rigo, he doesn't have as much output, but he's a smart puncher. So the way I'm seeing this, I'm looking for Rigo to do what he does. He counters. And main thing is, can he take these punches from Lomachenko, these constant punches, and how long for how many rounds can, because one thing is he is going to get tagged. He is going to get hit to the body. How is Rigo going to react to this, weight difference and this height difference? We don't know yet, So, even though he's taller than him, he still doesn't have the knockout power that Rigo does. So, I mean, it could really just be one of those stoppages where it's a knockout by Rigo. And
if you watch Rigondeaux versus Nonito Donaire, I think that's obviously the best fight you can look at. Rigondeaux's career and look at. Okay, he's the best boxer he's faced. That's the most adequate comparison to a Lomachenko, even though it's not an apt one. It's the closest you can get. Donaire was very tentative. He was not throwing combinations. He was trying to go tit for tat with Rigondeaux. I don't think Lomachenko is going to do that. Lomachenko is a guy that wants to come forward. He does not like going backwards. Lomachenko is actually, even though he has great footwork and great head movement and can slip shots and do his defensive thing, he can't really work his offensive game on the back foot the way Rigondeaux can. Rigondeaux can work going forward and backwards. That's the one sort of good thing about being a natural counter boxer who likes to throw in 1s and 2s. You can do that going backwards and forwards much easier than throwing 4s and 3s and 5 punch combinations. That's much harder to do going backwards. So if Rigondeaux can upset that rhythm and that pace of Loma and get Loma to start going backwards more, Rigondeaux can find a ton of success.
I have something to say about Rigo and a question about Lomo.
Let me get in, Enrique. You had an opportunity. Everyone did. Let me at least get one, and it'll be one round. Everyone got something to say. And
Blackface dropped another.
In the opening, before Matt, quote unquote, gave his reason as to why this was an easy pick, which none of you guys.
I said you can break this down. Like if you just watch tape, you can break this down.
Yeah, well, if you can break it down, you should have an easy winner.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Hold on. Let's hear that easy winner. We placing bets.
I didn't hear anyone make a case for an easy winner. It was all a bunch of what ifs. And that's what I was going to lead with. It all boils down to, are we going to see the same Vasyl Lomachenko, or is Rigondeaux going to do like what you just said with Nonito and make him lower the punch output and it be a different fight? Because it's all about controlling the pace, like what we talked about on Border Wars with you. If Rigo can control the pace, it'll be his style of fight. If he can't, it's going to be Lomachenko's, and none of us can say that till fight night, till we see it.
And that's how much weight advantage is there here? Because he can't be above 138. So how much is the weight advantage?
Why can't he be?
Because there's a weight limit rehydration clause.
So, but hold on, that he weighs in the morning of fight day with that, I believe, right? That's like an 8 a.m.
More than 138 on fight night.
Is it fight night or just fight day? Those are two very different things.
Well, I don't know, because it's not a belt thing.
Weigh-in is in the morning on Saturday.
I know, but that's IBF, and this is not a belt thing. This was a negotiation clause that the team Rigondeaux put in there.
That's why I don't know whether that's true or not. Let's say he weighs 138 at 8 a.m. on Saturday, he can still bounce up to 145.
Yeah, we
possibly.
I mean, look, we gotta appreciate the super chat. So shout out to Blackface again with the super chat, but another hateful message. He's telling Casual he looks like Miguel, the R&B singer.
That's cool. I heard that before.
You know,
it's cool.
I mean, it ain't bad to look like Miguel.
No, it ain't bad. I wish I could sing like him.
Last I checked, he had like a real sexy girlfriend, right? And plus, you know that he had a couple of hit albums too.
Hit albums, of course.
He had one hit album.
No, you're wrong about that.
Album.
You're wrong about that, but we'll leave that for overtime. We'll leave it for overtime, but you're absolutely wrong. Remember,
write the note. Remember, I want to ask a question, right? The way that Lomachenko had Nicholas Walter quit was by output punches, or just the punch activity.
Frustration is what
overwhelming.
Can that happen to Rigo?
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
that's what we're saying. We don't know though, right? Because when Loma starts to do his normal pressure, what if Rigo pops him in the mouth?
Stops it real quick.
Then all of a sudden you don't want to throw as many punches anymore.
That's the game changer. That's the famous quote that Mike Tyson put out. Everybody has a plan to get punched in the face.
Punched in the face.
That's right.
That's what I'm telling you, because your plan is to do Zumba all week until you
I don't Zumba. I haven't Zumba once. A Zumba personality can't keep up with me.
Oh, shots at Lil Doomy.
Doomy, you doing Zumba?
I don't know what Ness talking about. I don't know when the shots got to be directed this way.
Because according to Robert and Eddie, Robert and what's his name? Oh God, Coach Mitty, don't kill me. According to Mitty and Robert, you do Zumba.
Yeah, they messing with me. That's that banter. That's the banter. No, but seriously, we don't know how Rigo's gonna take Lomachenko. Being in being on the inside and digging in. They're both southpaws. Maddie mentioned that. Who's got the reach on this one, bro? Because when we were down at Rigo's camp, man, Rigo arms just look.
Yeah, he's got freakishly long arms.
Yeah, well, he might be the smaller guy, but you want to bring that picture back up, Ness, and let's look at the portion of their arms.
Yeah, while he does that, right now I got Lomachenko up. He's 65.5 inches, right, which is 166 centimeters, and Rigo's reach is 68 inches, 173 centimeters. So that is some creepy.
Told you he got long arms.
Yeah, for the height difference.
Shout out to Lomachenko wearing the Manny Pacquiao Philippine brand jeans with the Philippine flag on them.
Is that? I was looking at it.
I was expecting Cash Weezy to tell me like, nah, bro. That's
I was really wondering. I did see that and
Ukrainian brand, bro. I did see that.
Is that not Tommy? No, that's not Tommy.
Nah, fuck, not with it.
That's not Tommy. I've never seen that, but now that Ness says that's a Burberry shirt, possibly, or knockoff.
Nah, I think it is.
The belt, I really can't tell if it's like an Indian pattern or.
I don't think a picture of Rigondeaux, because Rigondeaux, I could swear he's wearing like a Univision jacket.
That's cool.
Puma, it looked like a Puma jacket, but how about
no, the letters.
What is he holding? Vasyl. Is that some
you got
beads?
the little-
Prayer beads?
The prayer beads. OMG.
So what's going on there? What's going
Whoa.
on there, bro?
Whoa.
My man is scared.
Yo, Matt, why you ain't playing a soundbite? I think I see bias.
Oh, he's culture driven.
What's going
culture driven?
I see a ton of bias in Doomy. Go on. You know Doomy.
Oh.
He goes to a gym, falls in love with the fighter. He went to Rigo's gym.
You know what? You take after
He may be a little bit biased. He may not be
bro. You take after Ness with that crap. Get out of here. Like,
Super chat. Super $5 chat.
In with the guys afterwards. Come on.
Rigo's a great, awesome fighter.
Another super chat. Who did it?
Eric Cruz. Shout out to the team on board, giving us a dope show. Eric Cruz, that is.
E-Dub.
Son of God. Son of God, aboard awards participant.
SOGZ. Shout out to Ness, Matt, Doomsday, and Cash. Much love, guys. Shout out to Eric Cruz.
So let me
don't play. He always doing a super chat, and he's a patron, and he joined Border Wars.
And he's 1-0.
And
he want to know. Yo, shit.
But he's losing to my girl on the fitness challenge for this month, unfortunately. I'm about to come back and take that over, even though I've been doing iWatch. You know, everybody's ducking me on the iWatch like Matt. I mean,
iWatch. What are you talking about?
Enrique. Yo, you wouldn't know about that, fams. Fall back. You wouldn't know. You wouldn't
You
know.
got the Dell watch, man.
I didn't even know Dell had a watch. Yeah.
Yo, anyway, I'm going to pick Lomachenko, even though I'm a little nervous. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm picking Rigondeaux, even though I'm a little nervous that Lomachenko, reputation as the high tech, he made Nicholas Walters walk out of the ring and quit. So, yeah, that means a lot to me. But Rigondeaux, slick. Hopefully he's a hard target to hit, a moving target. And all night, Lomachenko is outworked because of Rigo's activity. I want the Cuban style to shine Saturday night.
Yo, we need to find out who's replacing Atlas for real.
Oh, I found it out. It's Kriegel, Tessitore, and Timothy Bradley.
I knew Timothy Bradley. I wanted to say Bradley.
Yo,
He's
but
gonna be
Bradley
part-
and Tessitore have always been there, so they replaced them with Kriegel. And he just
Kriegel.
signed the ESPN contract, didn't he?
You have to remember that in I think it was Crawford's fight, it was Kriegel and Teddy on the 3-man booth.
And Kriegel is the guy.
It was intentional.
Oh, shout out to the super chat, Jonathan. Hey, yo, Mr. Translator, Alexander Lainez.
Rigo Chacal, viva Cuba Libre.
No,
The
pronounce
last name.
I could have read that. I was gonna say the last name.
Jonathan.
Ibanez.
Ibanez.
That's an L.
That's I, bro.
Yeah, that's
That's
Ibanez.
Ibanez.
Rigo El Chacal, viva Cuba Libre.
Actually, Cuba Libre is rum and Coca-Cola. FYI.
Well, that's the name of the drink.
Yep.
But shout out to Jonathan and everyone that continues to super chat. Remember, we're gonna use that money to get to Earl Spence and do it big time. I'm expecting a delivery. We're gonna be doing unboxings on all the new little gadgets that we're gonna be using for that Earl Spence. So just remember your patronage and your super chats go to that. So shout out to Eric Cruz, shout out to Blackface, and obviously Jonathan Ibanez. So, I mean, Matt, you're the one that thinks this is easy to pick. How do you see it playing out? How many rounds? Is it 12?
Yes. Yes.
Is there no controversy? I mean, is it?
No, this is gonna be a close fight. This is gonna be a very close fight.
Close fight. Whoa!
Shout out to Hiram Lopez on the super chat.
That shut everything up. He did a big super chat.
Orange joint.
He said, "Here's my pitch in for some brewskis fight night. Rigo gonna break that jaw. PR in the building."
Damn.
He's letting it be known he's Puerto Rican or he's a public relations guy.
Well, he's public relations.
Well, he's choosing Rigo. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's dope though. You see, that's that culture you talked about. He's Latino,
I told you.
and still pick the Cubano. I mean, I get it. I really do. But shout out to you. Thank you for the super chat. Like I said, we won't be using it for brewskis. We will use it to have the team all get to Earl Spence and do a magnificent job. So, so Rigo wins the distance. So that changes a little bit of everything.
No, that's not my pick.
I didn't say that you had your pick.
we're talking about me.
Rigo wins.
Offensive.
I'm saying, yeah, right. He's scared. Rigo wins the distance in terms of the range, right? So that's interesting to me because now he's gonna do a little more of that kind of like where he leaves the jab out there. He's not really throwing it. He's not really jabbing it. He's kind of pawing, just finding his range so he could counter with that left.
He can't do it as much in this fight though.
Why not?
Because when he did it against Donaire, Donaire being an orthodox fighter, that movement really negates your opponent's jab. While when you're going against a guy that has the same stance as you, that creates an opening for overhand right. It creates openings, leaving your
overhand right. It's two southpaws, so it would be overhand left.
Overhand left. Sorry, man. Overhand left.
Yeah.
That's what it would. It would open up that shot. Rigo would have to keep that lead hand very disciplined in this fight.
I think it's gonna be a battle of the jabs, right, Matt?
Yeah, it has to be. And here's my thing. The reason why I think this is very easy to pick is that I think Rigo's antithesis to what he does is a guy like Lomachenko. And we've seen Lomachenko against a guy close, and I'm using close relatively, and Gary Russell Jr. Both guys being southpaw in that fight. It was a fight. It was a battle of the jabs. Gary Russell Jr. being a counterboxer really had to start throwing in combination, which I expect Rigo to have to do. And Loma survived that. Loma dealt with that and adapted to it and outboxed him, threw more combinations than him, outgridded him. The version of Loma that we saw against Salido is long gone. That tentative version that we saw in that fight is gone. We see a much more of an animal now, I would say, in terms of the way he throws combinations and how much he throws combinations. Rigo's going to have trouble with that.
So are we asking ourselves?
So you're leaning towards Loma, basically.
But is that? Are you saying is that version of Gary Russell better than this version of Rigo?
No, but it's close enough. It's close enough, in my opinion. And it's a style matchup that is close enough. Rigo doesn't have a Loma on his resume.
Matt, let's speak about this now. There's going to be a thought in a lot of people's mind out of choosing Loma, and they're going to be like, yo, Hisashi Amagasa, a Japanese guy, put down Loma.
Put down Rigo.
I'm sorry. Put down Rigo because of filling that void that I don't understand. How did Rigo go down versus Hisashi Amagasa?
Because the right punch landed.
What punch was that? And what is that as a lesson or for either side of the opponent?
No, because I think at the end of the day, anyone can get caught. Anyone can get caught. So I really don't count a guy getting hurt as much anything. We saw
recovered, right?
We saw Miguel Cotto get hurt against Saddam Ali in his last fight. Does that mean Miguel Cotto wasn't a tough, durable fighter?
Nah, but he's an old fighter. So
but my point though, that you can make an argument for anyone just sort of getting hurt. That happens in the sport. You get punched. And in 12 rounds of boxing, you're going to get caught. Loma's going to get caught in this fight. I think Loma is going to be able to
But you're saying he's going to win.
Yes, I think Loma's style leads to him winning rounds more than Rigondeaux is right now. At least when they are compared to each other.
And it's going to be a point fight then.
It is 100% going to be a point fight. And I think Loma's just going to win more rounds. I think Rigo's going to be outworked just enough to lose. And
so wait a minute. Rigo...
His power is not enough coming up to weight divisions. We've never seen a guy go.
Has Loma's jaw been tested?
I would say so.
And Rigo has proven his punch power. So has it been tested with a punch like Rigo?
Rigo has proven power.
Yes.
He has it. And we know he has the power. It's just that.
And he's fought in taller opposition. That's nothing new.
Have we ever seen Loma really hurt? Answer that.
No.
You've never seen him hurt.
You used Gary Russell as the gauge for Loma for Rigo. I'm sorry. So is Rigo and Gary's power equal?
No, but Gary's also bigger than Rigo. So I don't know.
Well, Gary hasn't even proved that he's a bigger puncher than Rigo. He hasn't knocked up anybody of note. All his knockouts are versus no ones.
I don't know. That's the wrong gauge right there.
Argument with Rigondeaux, can't you?
What?
I mean, can't you make that same argument with Rigondeaux that his best knockouts are against subpar competition?
Well, he's at least hurt the higher levels then and knocked them down.
Yeah, he's had a lot of knockdowns.
I mean,
I'm gonna write Matt down as a Lomo prediction.
I am a Loma.
He's a Loma.
Yeah, Loma's gonna win decision. Maybe split, maybe like a majority decision.
So it's gonna be a point fight.
There might be a knockdown in there.
So Rigo,
I think Rigo goes down. I mean, he's notorious for going down.
There might be multiple knockdowns in there.
But if Rigo falls down a few times, he may be way behind.
One thing I've learned to come to admire from Lomo is his body work, man. And I'm pretty sure he's gonna come in high volume to the body. And I'm just I'm curious to see what's up with Rigo's reaction or his his fortitude as the rounds start accumulating on him. Because if Rigo slows down for a little bit, Loma will overwhelm him. I believe it's a great fight stylistically. I guess it's just gonna be who does whatever they do best better. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. I think it boils down to, again, what Lomachenko we get on fight night. Is it going to be the same Loma as always, high output and activity? Or will the style of Lomachenko versus a Rigondeaux negate all that? Rigo's naturally a counterpuncher. And we're going to have to see, is he going to be able to set some sort of a tone once he lands a shot? It's a great one, man. I'm happy we're going to be doing a live fight chat, so we'll be calling it alongside you guys. Listen, if you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. Future, present, past, doesn't matter. Hitting a thumbs up just lets the hosts around here know that you enjoy these topics, you enjoy these shows, you enjoy us spending these hours giving you guys the latest breaking news, breaking down these fights and predictions with you.
Wait, Ness. Anyway, while Ness was reminding you to make sure to like the show, let's not forget the name of the show, ThaBoxingvoice.com, the Boxing Voice podcast live on YouTube, Blog Talk, etc. And Ness, so your prediction is Rigo, or you keeping that quiet?
Nah, I'm gonna go with Rigo, man.
Writing that down. Rigo by numbers or by stoppage? Anything fancy?
Well, wow. Rigo has a high knockout percentage, right? But I don't know. Let me see. Give me a minute here. Let me think about this.
While you're thinking about that, Doomsday, you didn't add. You said,
I'm gonna
kept it. Doomsday kept it real vague, like, yo, whoever brings the best thing in that night, that whatever they're good at. So
I didn't know you were asking me, for this, for pick.
Let's do it.
I mean, I am gonna say I'm sticking with Rigo.
Points.
The reason, no, I think he's very good at making fighters miss, man. And and like I said, counter punching. You get hit with the shot. I know, and like it's gonna be a matter how early Rigo can actually stop Vasyl, because Vasyl's not gonna get tired. He's a younger fighter, stronger fighter in the sense, that they keep saying that he's younger and all, because, we saw Rigo, he's in hell of a good shape. But they're gonna, to me, in my opinion, they're gonna want to try to finish Lomo as soon as possible, counter punch him.
Oh, snap. Doomy.
What up, he?
This dude has your birthday.
Why?
Who's that?
He knows who.
I'm a go. All right. Who, Mitty?
Is a September 30th baby.
Yeah, he a Libra. He got the scales. He knows how.
I'm a Libra too. That's why we get along, Al.
You know what I'm saying, bro?
Yeah. So I'm gonna go. I have two sides to my pick. I'm gonna pick points for Rigo, coachally, right?
Shout out to Eric on the super chat. Came through again. He said he eating some fast food while I listen to TBV. Great night.
Oh man, fast food.
Thanks for the Bitcoin tip, Cash.
Oh,
yo, that was a topic that Ness and I had for like 10 minutes on the phone, or maybe even more.
I've been talking to Cash about Bitcoins for the longest.
yeah, you did, man, and jump on that ride. But and then my casual side is saying, yo, Rigo by stoppage. How's Lomo gonna take that? You know what I mean? How's Loma gonna outwork, and feel that flame, that power of Rigo?
Damn, yo, Eric eating fast food. No respect for Zach.
Is that because he's trying? But I kind of believe in Zach, man. I mean, not Zach. I'm sorry, Eric. I kind of believe in Eric because he proved he knows how to throw punches, and dip and move. So, you know, no matter how prepared you come against somebody who knows how to dip, move, and throw punches, and no matter how big you are and how rough you're gonna be.
Yo, this is the Loma Rigo show. We just did a Border War show. And you were on it. It's okay.
Ooh.
He hit you with the DJ scratch.
Back to the fight at hand.
Producer got the power.
That was dope. That was dope, Matt. Much respect to you.
Hey, haters beware.
Beware. You put me in the right direction. I was getting off on the wrong exit. My fault. Yeah.
I have no issue with anyone picking Rigo.
I picked Rigo.
There is an absolute path to victory for Rigondeaux. He has to catch Loma mid combination. When Loma's coming in with a 4-piece and he leaves his hands down when he's throwing that opposite hand, that's an opening for a counter. And Rigondeaux's left hand is so fast and has that stinging power effect where he can catch Loma mid combination and put him down and hurt him, and maybe follow up with a huge flurry and do something there. But I don't see Rigondeaux winning on points. I do not see that as a path to victory.
I totally agree with you, Matt. That's what I'm saying. Rigo, in my opinion, needs to catch him in the early rounds where he's still fresh, where he still has, you know, somewhat of an even playing field. Because to me, as the rounds start accumulating, Vasyl's just going to get more steam. And even though, you know, Guillermo is in hell of a good shape, you know, Father Time is there. And, you know, that's why, you know, Guillermo. Yeah, and that's why, you know, I still give Guillermo much credit because he is that smart in the ring. But when you got a boxer that, because, you know, Lomachenko is, you know, his style, his abilities of boxing are you know, are real special too. So when you got somebody like that and a high volume puncher, you can't just sit, you know, because, you know, you see Rigo when he sits, pivots, you know, he slides in and out. But, you know, if Rigo just manages to catch him all the time and keep working that body, you got to finish him early. Because
I'm gonna say, I don't mean to cut you off.
Go right there.
And I got what you're saying. What I'm saying is this, right? You saying, oh, we seen him sit and bob and weave. I'm gonna say Rigo is a moving target. We cannot use Father Time as an example because Father Time steps in differently. We seen it in Floyd. We see it in Bernard Hopkins. And, you know, Rigo, you can't throw the Father Time on him until after this fight if it does occur. But he will be the moving target, and he may gas out the Vasyl Lomachenko character that we know as the active multiple punches thrown, but moving target is the defining factor for me. So that's why I'm picking Lomachenko.
I don't think anyone ever said Father Time.
What? I thought he just said Rigo earlier. Nice.
He just said Father Time. Dogs, come on, man.
I don't think anyone said that. I could be wrong, but
I think you are wrong.
Oh,
I think you are wrong.
I didn't say that.
I didn't say that either, so I don't know.
Wait. Am I hearing things, Ness? Someone said Father Time.
No one said that.
I don't know. I know there was a reference of age made.
Doomsday said Father Time.
I didn't know. I don't know.
I said his real age.
Well, very quickly, Lomachenko, his first name is Vasyl.
What did I call him? Vasyl?
Yeah.
You've been calling him everything.
Yeah, Vasyl Lomachenko. And again, Rigondeaux is a mover. Absolutely.
Voice.com.
But Lomachenko is so good on the tip of his toes and moving around the ring that he can glide with Rigondeaux. He's going to match him for that. Whatever Rigondeaux can do, Lomachenko can at least match him for that.
Is he a mover like Rigondeaux?
Yeah, he's a mover, man.
He can move as quick, but he moves differently.
I think he's a great master of distance. Lomachenko.
Glides.
Great master of distance. He's able to you know, tip tap, hit you with hard shots, jump out, jump in. But like I said, we've seen it mostly with these Orthodox fighters. What was the last southpaw that he faced? You know, Lomachenko,
Gary Russell Jr.
And what, you know, in your opinion, what faults did you see in that? You know, what differences did you see Lomachenko in his Orthodox fights between, you know, other fighters and then now a southpaw like Gary Russell?
Well, obviously that opens up the jab instantly, I feel like. So he was able to get off his combinations at a quicker pace. Usually Lomachenko is a guy that actually is a slow starter. He has to work himself into a rhythm and into a pace. But when he went up against Gary Russell, they started going at it fast. If you look at that fight, by the third round, they're really actually going at it. You don't realize it, but they are. And I just think that he's able to match his opponent's output and then double that almost. That's Lomachenko's secret, is that whatever you hit him with, he can adapt to that and then figure out how to land more than you. That's his true secret. Rigondeaux doesn't do that. Rigondeaux likes to look for openings. He's that guy that's wanting to analyze his opponent's movement and look for that one shot that's going to change the fight. Loma is not that. Loma is like, how can I just land the most shots on you, and they all land.
So Loma has 5 thoughts and Rigo has 1 thought. Don't get hit and hit, where Loma has like, oh, he's moving, I'm gonna hit him like this, I'm gonna do this, he's gonna move over here, I'm gonna hit him like that.
But it's not necessarily like 5 thoughts to 1. Like it's both effortless, because you have to remember that these guys are so supremely talented and experienced at this point that this is muscle memory. That when Loma gets in that rhythm, he's not thinking, he's just doing, he's just reacting.
Yeah, he goes subconscious mode, man. You know, these guys have been doing it for so long. Yeah, but like
Casual said,
yeah,
Loma is chasing a moving target and may get hit because Rigo is the counter puncher.
Yes,
so
absolutely.
So if he throws and he's like, oh shit, I thought he was on the left side of me, he's on the right, I'm getting hit twice, let me defend myself and try to throw again, and Rigo's on the other side. So will it be like a trying to catch that annoying mosquito? That's how I'm looking at it.
I mean, look at his last fight, Rigo, right? What was the guy's name? It only lasted 3 rounds, and you know, what was it, man?
Moises Flores.
And it was a controversial win, but nonetheless, like, you saw the pressure that Flores was trying to apply, and you know, he made him miss a lot, and Flores actually had a hell of a longer reach, I think, than Rigo. He was longer than him and everything, and he made him miss. So,
but again, Moises Flores, that's not Lomachenko.
I'm not saying it is. I'm just gauging it off the length and the type of pressure.
Yeah, he's showing you disadvantage and adversities that Rigo was able to overcome. Really quick, just a quick shout out to Jabron. He's also a Patreon and still chose to be a super chatter tonight with a generous super chat. And he says, if Loma loses and Salido wins this weekend, we'll see the rematch finally. Any thoughts on that, guys? I mean, it's an obvious no-brainer for me, being as though Top Rank does a lot of business with Salido. And the rematch would make sense in a rebuilding sort of stage for Lomachenko if he were to lose to Rigo.
I think they mentioned something like that. I don't know what article it was, but I did hear that if that did indeed happen that way, that he would want that rematch.
If he were to lose, I would watch that. If he were to win, I wouldn't have no interest, because I would pick Lomachenko.
What, against Salido?
Against Salido, yes. Salido to me is a journeyman. You know, he's a career boxer. You know, he's the guy that hardcores use as a gauger. Oh, he won, and then probably
gatekeeper.
Gatekeeper, not even against a Lomachenko as a gatekeeper. Is just like a narrative. He won, Loma won. Let's see them fight, or he lost. Salido won, Loma lost. Let's see them fight. You know what I'm saying? So. Yeah, I really, that would just be because I have an HBO subscription. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I mean, Bob also came out himself and said if both men win, he was going to look to match them anyway. And Loma doesn't really have much options. Salido is still a name, especially if he can stay relevant.
Oh yeah,
to the hardcores.
I think it's a sellable fight, and Salido you could always count on a brawl, a good action packed fight. So
be clear though, sellable in a huge arena or sellable in the theater at Madison Square Garden?
I'm not gonna say a huge arena. I mean, Lomachenko's gonna bring his
in the mic, Jimmy.
I'm not gonna say super stadium selling fight, but Lomachenko's gonna bring his crowd and the people that know boxing, like you said, hardcores, and even, I mean, Salido's basically, he's fought enough top names that he is known, even though he's, hasn't had the accolades like the other champions. He's a known fighter, and I think it's a sellable fight for Lomachenko, and people are going to be interested in it because of that loss.
Fight fans, you mean, not people?
I mean, fight fans are people, unless I'm talking to aliens, but.
Yeah, I mean, aliens are the casuals, and the people is the boxing audience that shows up every Saturday or Friday or Sunday or Tuesday. You know what I mean? Or Monday.
Well, should we open it up?
I think we should open it up, and we should start by telling the people to hit the thumbs up, and then we should go on and tell them that we are the Boxing Voice. I am the casual fan, Nestor Gibbs, Matt Hunter, and Doomsday. You know what I'm saying? The man with the nuclear hands.
Eric has a point. Who is this character putting 718 over there, Matt?
That's Sean Sattel.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Why is he at 718?
Because he said
he's from New York.
He said he's calling from his dad's phone number, I believe. So I think,
where is he? He's picking Rigo, you know. I mean, he's picking Loma, you know that.
My blog talk froze.
I'm gonna put that down.
Your blog talk is froze?
Yeah, I'm trying to go on Firefox.
Oh.
Sean Chattel. Is it Chattel? Like I hear you say, but I never saw it spelled.
Chattel.
Oh, D.
It's on all his videos spelled.
I never paid attention. I know him as Justin Bieber.
Of course not.
Why you gotta call? You know, Sean nasty with the hands. I see. I held.
It's cool. It's cool.
I held mitts for the.
I'm nasty with the stick.
He made it all the way.
Stick up.
No, he made it all the way to the finals against Diego Magdaleno. So you better watch your mouth.
I didn't say he can't like box.
Border Wars 3.
But will he pick a stick up?
Hold on. Everyone, Blog Talk is having some issues, listeners. So if you want to call in, add Nestor Gibbs on Skype. You have to add him.
Add him.
Call.
Before you call.
Yes.
KM Star, show your Skype skills. Download the app absolutely free on any Android or smartphone. And to be honest, it sounds so much better.
We are sorry for this technical difficulty.
No, we'll show you how it sounds. It's been a while, and Enrique loves to pat himself on the back. So why not do...
What are we doing? You brought my name up.
Well, Enrique, you know how to ruin things. Allow me to show you why I brought your name up.
So you know who I miss? I miss Blackface.
I thought I won the fight.
You thought you won the fight? Why?
Ain't no fucking padding in the fucking glove.
Ooh, Blackface. I miss Blackface. It's been a minute.
I miss you too. I miss you as well. Casual, what's good?
Okay, good. But pause on that. Everything good?
Yeah. Okay. I respect everyone listening in the past, present, and future. Just thought I'd give you a call in on the big event this weekend. I think I'm gonna go with Lomachenko.
Ooh, and hold on. Before we go any further, you picked Lomachenko, and I was saying, okay, Blackface is a black dude. Does he side with the black dude, or does he go with like non-bias and pick on skills? So obviously, I'm thinking.
Why are you making it a racial thing, though?
He tried to do that earlier with me.
No, but what I'm saying is, okay, so now he's picking on skills. So let's hear the breakdown, because obviously he ain't picking, because he can connect with the person culturally.
Yeah, I mean, I think, whatever usually these fighters go into a fight, you have as your advantage. And usually, Rigondeaux's advantage is that he's smaller than everybody else. That's Rigondeaux's advantage. Now, given how he's usually more skilled than everybody else, that makes it work in his favor as well. But, I can't really say who's more skilled. Is it Lomachenko or Rigondeaux? It's kind of like the same. So given that they're similar skill-wise, Rigondeaux has to then climb 2 weight classes. He's in a new weight class. Lomachenko's got a lot of things in his favor. And I think that given that, I think Lomachenko will be able to use his larger size advantage over Rigondeaux's small size advantage, if that makes sense. I don't think anyone's getting knocked out. I think it'll go the distance. I think Rigondeaux's got a lot more power given, Rigondeaux doesn't really throw that many punches, but he's got just ferocious power where, he just breaks jaws pretty much for a living. It'll be interesting to see his knockout ratio per punch that he throws, because he doesn't really let his hands go that much, but when he does, he just throws with bad intentions. But that being said, I favor Lomachenko this. I'll be very surprised if Lomachenko doesn't get the victory. But Rigondeaux, this is 2 gold medals each. They're both elite level fighters. There are some accusations in regards to Rigo's actual age, but You know, it should be a good fight. I want it to be a good fight. I'm going to be awake to. I'm going to stay awake to watch it. Struggling to stay awake now. I'm eating animal cookies and shit. I'm struggling to stay awake, but I will be awake come tomorrow night around 4. It might be around 3 or 4 a.m. over here in the UK. So yeah, I just thought I'd call in and give you my picks.
Did you just say you eating animal cookies to stay up?
Yeah, animal crackers. B, you never ate animal crackers?
Yeah, I did, but I didn't know they help you stay up. Yeah,
Nah, and he's just probably nervous energy.
Yeah, man. So Blackface, close it up with one of your traditional philosophy, poetic, closing, inspiring words.
Sometimes you have to serve in order to lead.
And that's going to be Rigo on Saturday. He's going to serve to lead. Eat that jab. You know what I mean? Blackface, I got you down on points for Lomachenko. Make sure you call in on Sunday, The Boxing Voice, 7 p.m. p.m. Yes, indeed.
Blackface, and thank you, personal thank you for the super chat earlier today, even though you were making funny comparisons. But
that was fun, though. That was fun.
It's good to have your comedy over here. Let's head on out from the United Kingdom all the way to West Africa to Matt's new nemesis, Muhammad.
Muhammad.
What up? Nah, don't even worry about it, man.
Muhammad, I know you are a culture guy, so let's go. Who you picking?
Pretty serious, Muhammad. I seen you took it pretty serious, so I just want to make sure the waters are calm between you and Matt.
He just calmed it.
I don't want to see you in the next border wars being trained by Saddam Ali and Andre Rozier against Matt, bro.
Muhammad, I was actually heartbroken you didn't reach out to me. I saw the pictures.
Whoa. Don't let that fly under the radar. Did you hear the size of this man's balls? He said he's thinking about taking on Cruz.
Who's that?
But, he has to come down to 160.
Oh, shit.
Oh, damn. That's a lot.
Yeah, that's my weight.
Right now, he's eating junk food. If you didn't,
Muhammad, but you smoke cigarettes though, Muhammad.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does.
You smoke cigarettes, Muhammad?
Yes, sir.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, see,
he's like Popeye. Yeah.
I think that's a disadvantage for you.
Nah, Muhammad, you don't gotta hide it from me, bro. My best friend still smokes cigarettes. He does it right in front of me. It has no control over me.
No, Enrique, it's not a disadvantage because I only need 3 rounds, so it's not gonna be rounds with every Cruz.
I don't know.
Stuck in me, so
I don't know your day-to-day.
I don't want to hurt my brother, so that's fine.
That's cool.
So what's your picks for Madison Square Garden?
Lomachenko
versus
El Chacao.
I'm
El
picking
Chacali
because he's just. I've seen him through your videos and some other videos. He's way too focused. The only thing I'm worried about is the fact that he's so focused on putting on a masterpiece and punishing Lomachenko and Top Rank by the same. I'm worried that that might lead him to make mistakes. But then again, he's a seasoned professional and he's going to do what he's going to do. Of course, Lomachenko is very talented, but I'm picking Rigo 100%.
Points or stoppage?
I don't know. I'm going to say stoppage points.
That's a casual and a hardcore. So are you saying that it may be controversial because you're throwing that I don't know, and he's going against, and Lomo may take it?
Controversial. No. The metrics is going to be Rigo. Mark my words. Rigo is laser focused. So
yeah, because when I heard you throw in Top Rank and say it might be controversial. I don't know. I'm thinking like, yo, Rigo will appear look as if he won, but the name to be the winner would be Lomo.
No, I'm saying Rigo is so focused on punishing Bob Arum and Top Rank for the way they treated him.
Yeah,
it might get him, unfocused during the fight. But then again, like I said, he's a professional and he knows this is his big fight. And he's going to, because if he wins, they're probably going to do a rematch. He's going to get a bigger payday because he hasn't been getting big paydays. So,
Muhammad, which of the two fighters, in your opinion, has the most pressure on them in this fight?
Lomachenko, of course. If he gets beat by Rigondeaux coming up 2 weight classes, that's it. The high pound per pound #1, which he did not prove yet. He's worthy. I love Lomachenko. I think he's so talented, but he did not prove that he's pound for pound. That's why they removed Teddy Atlas, because he's so biased toward Lomachenko, and they didn't want to have a biased broadcast. That's the reason why they removed him.
Well, that's a good reason.
So, yeah, that's a good reason, of course. The pressure is on Lomachenko. Exactly. It's on him. Rigo has nothing to lose because if he loses, even though big respect to Rigo because he's not making any excuse. He said the size doesn't matter. He said that poison comes in small doses. I don't know if you heard that phrase, but that was very funny.
I heard that. And I agree with you, man. Lomachenko has more pressure. I think Top Rank is bidding on him to win, or betting on him to win rather. To move on from the, I think they don't like Rigo. I think Top Rank.
I don't know, man. I think that there's a theory, man. I mean, why is there so little promotion? Why is it flying under the radar? It gives me the feeling they don't want many people to see in case he does lose.
Well, Ness, first off, it's in a little arena. It's in the little room of the box, Madison Square Garden.
It's sold out, which indicates that they could have sold more tickets.
It's a 5,000 seater. They would have sold what, like 2 more thousand, 4 more thousand, 9,000.
They could have sold the 20,000 in Madison Square Garden, but they don't want people to know.
You mean they could have?
Well, I don't think they would have.
But I think that it's gained enough interest that it could.
Why not get the big room and at least sell 10,000?
First off, let me ask you a question. Go to the supermarket tomorrow and ask the guy or the girl that's ringing you up, yo, you watching the fight tomorrow? And see what they reply to you.
Say no.
It's gonna be hard. I'm in Las Palmas de Gran Canaria. They don't know none about that, man.
Las Palmas de Gran Canaria. That's Spain, right?
España.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm taking a little vacation after my title, so I won't be heading back to Africa until next week.
Where are you going?
He was working out out there.
I'm in Las Palmas de Gran Canaria.
Yo, you always go to the Canary Islands.
He got a store down there or a restaurant or something.
My home country, the Canary Islands, is next to me. It's like an hour-and-a-half flight. Plus, it's where I do my business. So it's
how far is it from New York?
Like 8 hours.
You have to go to Madrid and then you have to go to New York. So it's about 13 hours.
Damn. Ooh, I don't want none of that life, bro. That 9-hour flight was hideous for me the other day. I'm no good with that.
Yeah,
I'll stick with my Caribbean, man. My Caribbean water is hotter. The culture is just what I'm used to. The food is better.
Sir. The food, absolutely.
Definitely.
I'm gonna stick to the Caribbeans from here.
Muhammad, we love you out here, man. I was heartbroken that you did not hit me up. But anyway, yo, Ali, Boombaye. Yo, Ali, congratulations, Boombaye, man.
Ali, Boombaye. But listen, Muhammad, also just want to put it out there. TBV will be doing its first Matt, what are we calling it?
I have no idea. TBV getaway? TBV
getaway. I don't know. Did we talk to you about it, Enrique? I keep telling people. I think
mentioned it, but I kind of didn't like the idea. But it's all good.
Ooh, he don't like the idea.
He said it's all good.
I'll be there.
I know why you don't like the idea.
Maybe I don't.
That's
know.
Overtime topic.
Overtime topic.
Overtime.
OT.
Which is really looking for a new name. I'm thinking Championship Rounds.
We had a vote on it on Patreon. You lost. I won. We're keeping it.
I think that on Patreon they had a misunderstanding. Muhammad, mute yourself. Thank you for participating. Let's go out to Cuba Libre's long soldier, Alex, aka the Rigo protector, for many, many years. But he really has been protecting Rigo from no one. He's been simply wanting Rigo to get a shot. And Alex, without any bias, please convince us. Why is Rigondeaux, Guillermo Rigondeaux, El Chacal, gonna pull it off Saturday night?
He's gonna be biased.
Bro, it's easy, man. It's easy. They got him pissed off, dog. I don't know how the guy from West Africa is able to tell, but I can, bro. From what I'm hearing, bro, he thinks he's getting fucked over like big time, right? Like he doesn't understand why they're taking his belts. Like on the top of that, he thinks that the dude is on steroids for some reason, which I don't know if he is. I don't care though. But he thinks so. He's like replying all of this, thinking that Lomachenko is not doing the VADA. They think they're putting the fuck to him big time. He doesn't think he can win by decision. I think he knows that, bro.
So does that mean he's gonna stop him?
Bro, he's gonna break his face, dog. He's gonna break his fucking face.
Oh, I like the clap. He's gonna stop him.
That's right, bro. That's right, man. He's gonna do it, man.
I'm writing you down in stoppage. Make sure you call in on Sunday.
Wait a minute, Alex. So why didn't he break Moses Flores' face?
Bro, he did. The kid quit in the first round. He got hit with 3 left hands, and he was like, "That's it. I'm out, bro." He didn't get up. He literally didn't get up.
Caught whiplash off those shots.
Then they call it a no contest. But for 10 seconds, the kid was like, No, I'm good, dog. I don't want none of that, bro.
Yeah, all right, but what about the fact that he hasn't broken anybody's face that is on the level of a Gary Russell or Salido?
Yo, how quickly you forget?
Sean Zattel, please mute yourself until we go to you, Sean.
You said it yourself. After the Vasyl Lomachenko fight versus Gary Russell, you said this.
Hold on a minute, Alex. Hold on a minute, Alex. Hold on a minute, Alex. Sean Zattel, please mute yourself until we go to you. Thank you. Go ahead, Alex.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're all good now. He's muted.
Oh, okay, good. Okay. So in the Gary Russell Jr. fight, bro, you were saying after the Lomachenko fight, yo, what's up with Gary Russell Jr.? He looks like a retard. He got like dwarf arms. That's what you were saying, because he had short ass arms. You said it yourself. Rigo doesn't have short arms. He has long arms, so he's gonna be able to beat Lomachenko on the outside. On top of that, Russell Jr. always shows you he has great speed, but he always gives you the same speed. He's like bah, 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 bah. He never switches it up. Rigondeaux is completely different. He gives you different looks. He's like the bow and jab, slow. He lulls you to sleep and then bah, quick. The fastest left hand you've ever seen. Boom, right down the pipe. That's how he plays his game. It's a complete different game, bro. Gary Russell Jr. ain't nobody, bro, compared to Rigondeaux. Rigondeaux is a double gold medalist, bro. And even in Cuba, he was revered as one of the best in there. And I'm telling you, he should. Yo, let me ask you this: if he beats Vasyl Lomachenko, would you put him as pound for pound number one? So many people have Vasyl Lomachenko.
Of course, you have to. You have to.
Nothing else. After going up 2 weight classes, he's gonna win, bro. You're gonna see that at 38, already way past his prime. If he would have turned pro earlier, he would have whooped his ass. Cause, bro, let's be honest for a second. Cubans are the best at boxing. Just look at the kid in the undercard, Shakur Stevenson or whatever. He lost in the gold medal match to a Cuban who won 2 gold medals.
Cheap shot. Listen, Alex, you have gone past the 3 minutes. You're swinging after the bell.
Good call, though.
A treat. Yes, good call. Good call. And thank you for still being a listener. It's
controversial call, though.
It's been many, many years. I hope one day we get you actually in a TBV appreciation night. I want to say you've been listening at least 4 years already. But it's always a treat whenever we get Sean Zattel on the line. Sean, you could go ahead and unmute yourself. It is time for you to call in. Hopefully you call in a little more and we get an intro for you here, buddy. But I know he's picking Sean Zattel is going to be picking Lomachenko. It's quite obvious. He picks the Gennadys and the Sergey Kovalevs and the Lomachenkos of the world. And not for any bias or anything like that, simply because they're good fighters. But
good fighters do lose.
Let's see his reasons.
Well, Ness, first of all, I'm not really a Gennady Golovkin guy. If you remember, I picked Canelo Alvarez to be Gennady Golovkin.
Ooh.
And yeah, when it comes to Andre Ward and Sergey Kovalev's 2 fights, the first fight I picked Ward, and the second fight I picked Kovalev. So, I broke even on that. So Lomachenko.
Hashtag fake news, right? Sean, I'm over here spreading false rumors.
But I'm taking Lomachenko. You are right about that. And but first, I want to give props to Rigondeaux. I think he's the best 122-pounder in 17 years since Morales and Barrera had their first fight at that weight class. I think he's just tremendous. He's been one of the best pound for pound, and this kind of opportunity for him is long overdue. He would have whooped any of the 26-pounders like Leo Santa Cruz, Carl Frampton, Abner Mares. Any of those guys would have lost to Rigo, and they ducked him. And he did get blackballed by the business. What Dan Raphael did to Guillermo Rigondeaux was unprofessional. And I'm not even a Dan hater. I read a lot of his stuff, and I have for over a decade. But for Dan to go out of his way to suggest to networks to not broadcast Guillermo Rigondeaux is not his job. That's not his job. He was really stepping over lines and trying to take money, food out of a man's family, his mouth in Rigondeaux. And sometimes it's not always about who throws bombs and who puts on the most exciting fights. It's also about the sport, who's the best. And so Rigo's always been one of the best, so I'm happy to see him get his opportunity. But it's
so why are you going against him?
because
Hold on one moment, Sean. Hey, Ed Brown, please mute yourself until we go to you. Thank you. Go ahead,
Sean. Why are you picking against Rigondeaux?
Well, everything's going against him, casual. First of all, Lomachenko's just an exceptional fighter. He's a great fighter in his absolute prime at 29 years old. And we all know the facts here. Rigondeaux is moving up 2 weight classes. He's 37 years old. And what you guys haven't touched on is he hasn't been active. He's only fought about once a year. And ever since he beat Donaire, it hasn't been against real top caliber opposition. You could say that about guys like Jason Sosa and Mariaga, but Lomachenko's been active and he's been getting stoppages. So, but to break it down technically for a moment, I think Rigondeaux has one of the golden left hands in boxing. His left hand is as good a punch as anybody's got in the sport. But outside of that, that's mainly the weapon Lomachenko has to worry about. And I think he's going to eat left hands to start the fight because Lomachenko takes a few rounds to break a sweat and get into his rhythm. Before Lomachenko gets into his rhythm, he's a little more herky-jerky, a little stiffer, and he's easier to catch. And I think Rigo can catch him with the left hand early. But once Lomachenko breaks a sweat, when he gets into that rhythm, that's where it comes from all angles. It's not just the left hand from Loma. He has the hooks. He has a good jab that he leads with. He has the left hand. He has uppercuts. He has hooks to the body and to the head. And he's a better body puncher than Rigondeaux. And in a fight where it's 2 slicksters, 2 real masters, where it's going to be hard to land headshots at times, it's important for Lomachenko to go to the body, which is something he does in every fight. And I think that's going to help him with Rigo. So, so to kind of finish this thing off, I think Rigo's going to get off to a good start. He'll show why he's pound for pound one of the best. But once Lomachenko gets into his rhythm and is able to find Rigondeaux's chin consistently in the second half of the fight, I think that Rigondeaux is chinny. He's been down in 4 different fights at 122 pounds. And when Loma finds his accuracy, I think he will stop him in the 10th round. I'm taking Lomachenko by a 10th round stoppage in a fight that I think will be better than people expect. I don't think it'll be a snooze fest.
I don't think it'll be a snooze fest. But
way.
I agree with a lot of the stuff you said, especially the chinny thing,
I agree with that part as well.
Hopefully, Rigo moving up in weight kind of makes him have a little bit of a better chin. It worked out for Amir Khan until he went too much above his weight class. But Sean, stick around. We're gonna get to some other callers. We got who would he have? We have Ed Brown. Ed, you ready?
Props to Sean Detel for breaking it down, So yeah, Ed, how do you follow from that?
My second time telling you guys that whenever he
stoppage,
there's a treat. There's a treat.
Stoppage, left hooks, body, and better body shot landed Lomachenko. So take that to the bank when you put your prediction in, baby. Ladies.
Ed Brown, are you gonna talk, my friend, on Skype? What it do, baby? Talk to me. Hello. Ed Brown, call you just listening, no problem. We're gonna go.
Blog Talk working, by the way.
Huh?
I don't know if Blog Talk working is working on your end, but it's working on my end.
Is it really? I don't believe you. And usually when I say that in my mind,
I follow up with you need more people.
No, usually when I say it in my mind, I like to follow up with
we don't believe you. You need more people.
The actual audio. So you
have a ringer on the line on Blog Talk. So I want to try to get to KM Star.
Yeah, go ahead. Try and go. See if you get it to work.
KM Star, are you there?
He's not.
Oh no.
Say no. But I'll tell you what I got. I got a bunch of Skypers calling in. We got my man Fugatti Bugatti. What's up?
What's up, guys? Can you hear me?
We can hear you. What's up, brother?
What's up, guys? Hold on one second. Hey, so my breakdown, obviously, I'm going to pick Lomachenko. You guys know I'm a protector of Lomachenko.
Why is it obvious, though?
Because you guys been in chats with me before. I'm a Loma fanboy. But
okay.
The truth of the matter is, like Zatel's right. Rigo's fought like 1 round in like a year and a half, I think. If you look at it, I think Flores was a first round fight. It was 1 round in a year and a half, 4 fights in 5 years. Loma's way more active than that. And Rigo's the #1 defensive fighter after Mayweather, so #1 active fighter. Loma's #2. Loma's the #1 most accurate puncher in in the like active puncher right now. I mean, Loma's work rate, like Matt said, is going to put Rigo on the defensive the whole fight. Rigo's not a good mover. I see him stand around
you're
a lot.
calling back into a live show. We are reconnecting you now.
Oh, what's up? You guys still there?
We're still here. We're just looking like we got an update from Blog Talk, and there may be a possibility that the normal call-in number is working. That number is 1-425-569-5241, or you could be like Bugatti, and just get the Skype connection and make sure you get in on the bat line. Always secure on Skype, crystal clear connection. Bugatti, take it away. Bugatti.
Say Loma can't knock anybody out. He's got an 80% knockout rate. I mean, he's got 407 fights, I think, and he's lost 2. And I mean, he's at 9-1 with an 80% knockout rate. Like, stoppages are still knockouts. So I don't understand that whole thing. I think Matt's right about the Gary Russell Jr. I mean, Gary Russell Jr. is definitely more of a volume puncher than Rigo, and probably just as slick defensively to me. So I don't know. I don't think Rigo has a chance.
Hey, Fu, you said that Rigo, you don't like the way Rigo really moves. You don't think that his footwork is that what exactly of his footwork don't you think that's something that would be maybe advantages for him in a fight with Loma? Because I for my opinion, I see him as a great footwork. But what is it about him?
Sorry, doing
what up?
Movement. He's not like, he's more of a forward-backward fighter, and he's stationary a lot. Like, if you watch him against Donaire, and I don't think he knocked Donaire down. I have to look at that fight again. Maybe you guys could correct me. But he did get knocked down by Donaire, but I still think he did. I don't think he knocked him down. He doesn't move laterally. Like, he moves like forward, backwards. He's a good distance fighter, obviously, but I just don't think Loma's going to fall into the same traps that a lot of those, like, I mean, what's his last fight's Moses Flores, and then it was one.
Yeah, you seen what he did to Flores, though.
But before that, it was Jazza Dickens.
Oh, but it's Flores. It's fucking Flores. Come on, let's at least be a little bit honest about the competition.
Yeah, Matt, and everybody was giving Gennady Golovkin credit when he was knocking out the Flores as his division. So give this guy credit for wiping out the bums like he's supposed to, if you want to call him that.
Yeah, but then Triple G faced 2 real ones in Jacobs and Canelo and looked suspect.
Well, not Lomachenko. I mean, not Rigondeaux. He faced the real one in Nonito.
Why somebody gotta look suspect every time there's a good contest? You know what I'm saying? That's what's gonna happen. People
look great against Donaire. I mean, he outboxed Donaire, but Donaire knocked him down, and he won off of points from really a boring fight to me. I mean, I wasn't interested in it. And I thought the later rounds, Donaire came on. I just think he got beat. It was ugly. Well, it wasn't great.
So, all right, fool. So you got Lomachenko. Obviously, thank you for calling in.
How's some ugly fight boring? Ugly fights are usually interesting.
That's not true at all.
Ugly as in like what? Ugly as in a lot of holding. Ugly as in a lot of dirty.
Could be ugly and a lot of holding. Really quick, I want to give a shout out, or actually a thank you, to Michael Johnson for the super chat. Thank you for your super chat pledge. Obviously, like we keep repeating, all the super chats and new patrons, those funds will be used to ensure a visit to Earl Spence Jr.'s camp for this big fight between Lamont Peterson taking place January 20th. And his message is, how about Oscar Koka versus Roman Polanski?
Yeah, I was gonna ask who.
So lost about that. Matt, you're the hipster.
You mean Roman Polanski, who was, I believe, a director who molested children? So I have no idea what.
What the hell?
Roman.
Okay. He's referring to Oscar De La Hoya versus Oscar Koka.
I get it.
Versus Roman Polanski. Okay.
Yeah, because the fishnet and all that stuff.
Oh my God.
The things that people pay to say
or come up with, like why do those thoughts come up in your head? You know what I mean?
Weed and alcohol, maybe.
Probably.
He was surfing images on the web.
He should be tweeting. It would be a hot ass tweet though.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try and go to Blog Talk and see that things get situated. We'll try with is my boy KM Star still there, Matt?
ThaBoxingvoice.com.
Is he there?
I mean, I see him there on my end.
Oh, I see him now. Let's see.
Pick him
KM
up.
Star, cross your fingers. Go.
What up?
Hey, how you guys doing?
We're doing good. We hear you.
Thank God. I tried following you on Skype, but I don't think you had a chance to see it yet. So, I agree with everybody's points. I mean, this is a tough fight to pick. I mean, Lomachenko definitely has, I guess, what you'd call foot speed. He definitely has height, maybe youth and things like that on his side. I guess the question is like, people are saying, well, they don't quite appreciate Rigondeaux's movement or foot movement. But I guess it's really a question of what more does he need to do? He moves just enough to beat the guy in front of him, right? The argument that Lomachenko's foot speed is so dazzling is the same thing that would make you pick Pacquiao over Floyd Mayweather, right? And we all saw how that turned out. I guess fast feet don't mean a whole lot if you can't put the punches where you need them to be. Actually, Ricky Hatton had amazingly fast feet too, didn't he? That was the best aspect of his game, and he still lost badly to top fighters. So, I mean, to me, the real differential here is just size, right? Like, if these two guys were really the same size, I would pick Rigondeaux easily all day to win. I'm still going to pick Rigondeaux. Why? Because the biggest test of his career, which was a dominant guy, bigger than him, he beat. Lomachenko, second fight, like we call him Gatekeeper Solido, lost, right? I can't overlook that. I don't care what he's done since then. I don't care how flashy he looks.
So wait, hold on. Bernard Hopkins lost his first fight in his career. So we're going to throw out everything he did in his career because he lost his first fight?
Bernard Hopkins learned how to box in prison, bro. Stop the BS.
No. He lost his first pro fight. So under your logic, under your way of thinking, he's going to throw out his entire career because he lost his first fight.
Cut you off. Matt, you're wrong. You know why?
That's your logic. That's the way you're thinking right now.
Bernard Hopkins learned on the job. He didn't learn in the amateur circuit. He didn't go to the Olympics.
And the amateurs aren't the pros. What are you talking about here? Basketball numbers don't count for the NBA.
Yeah, but it's pedigree, Matt. Stop it.
It is pedigree, but the best college basketball player isn't going to be the best NBA player in his first year.
That doesn't make any sense. That's a
what do you mean?
Logic statement.
LeBron James.
LeBron James wasn't the best player in his in his rookie year. Get the fuck out of here.
Hopkins statement. I'm not talking about LeBron James. I'm talking about boxing.
And I wasn't just purely addressing you.
Basketball. All right? Forget it. Anyway, so for that reason alone, I'm picking Rigondeaux. I'm more than happy to eat my crow. But other people point out great things. Why has Bob Arum not wanted to make this fight happen? Why is there a small, TV and arena for this fight? Why did it take public chasing forever and ever to make this fight happen? If Lomachenko is so incredible.
That's right. I'm with you, KM Star. I'm with you. I want to thank you, obviously, for your patronage. You were a ringer. That's why he cut the line the way that he did. Remember to keep that status for the immediate reaction show, for the live fight chat, and for Sunday. You got under Matt's skin. He's mad. He always wants to be right. It's okay. Matt,
that way of thinking is that, hey, he lost in his second fight, so therefore I can't count him as anything now. That's bullshit. That is complete bullshit.
That's only because you're not looking at it from his point of view.
No. I'm looking at it from
point of view. Can I finish my thought?
You got any name. Fighter A loses his
second to finish my thought?
Hold on, no. Fighter A loses his second pro fight, and he goes on to beat 3 top 5 names, knock out a top 10 name, go up another division, win a belt. Yeah, but I can't count any of that because he lost his second fight.
Matt, your argument of this makes you look. Your argument of this makes you look ridiculous. All right.
Makes me look ridiculous.
Let me speak.
Really?
Let me speak. Here is the simplest form in black and white. One guy has 300 and something amateur fights.
That doesn't mean anything.
Excuse me, Matt. One guy has 300 in amateur fights, and he only lost maybe 2 of those, right? And then he turned pro, had 1 pro fight, and in his second pro fight, he lost. The other guy didn't have 300 or 200 or 100 or 50 amateur fights. He turned pro, and in his first fight, he lost. It is not the same. And if you want to keep arguing,
they are close.
Oh,
They
so
are equal comparison.
anytime you feel like you're losing, you cut people off. Anytime you feel like you're losing the argument, that's how you win, by cutting people off.
Debate show where we
No, it's all right. It's all right. People see that you're losing. Go ahead.
I'm not losing.
No, yes, you
I
are.
don't know why you're saying that. The Rigo fans agree with you because they're biased, and I'm going to call them out on
You're
that.
scratching. I see the claw marks on the inside of the coffin.
Okay, Ness. Let's be honest here. Is Lomachenko not a top 10 pound-for-pound boxer?
I have no clue.
That pound for pound list is bullshit.
Pound for pound is so relevant in this world.
Throw that out. Is he not one of the best in his division?
In his division, absolutely.
Okay. So did losing to Salido automatically mean he's not one of the best in his division right now?
No, I'm not saying he had to work his way back up.
Why does having a loss?
He had to work his way back up. He had to work his way back up.
Go mean anything now?
Listen, we got dozens of.
He lost because he lost to somebody.
It makes no sense.
Salido. People want to crown Salido, but Salido's.
Let's not stroke your ego, Matt. Let's let the callers decide whether you're right or wrong on this one.
Let's see.
Okay, and you ask them that same question who they're picking, because I guarantee everyone that's picking.
The question that we're gonna ask is.
People that are picking Loma are going to side with me because everyone's biased in this situation.
Listen, the question that we're going to ask our listeners is, do the 300 plus amateur fights and turning pro and losing your second fight mean the same thing as Bernard Hopkins?
That's not the question.
Oh, that's not the question now.
No. The question is, should we count out Lomachenko because he lost his second pro fight? That's it. That's the only question.
Count him out.
Because KM Star said I can't ride with him because he lost his second pro fight.
I think he was trying to make a point to the caliber of fighter that, he's considered a gatekeeper. He lost to.
Let's see if KM Star is there. Let's see if we can get some clarity from KM Star. KM Star, what exactly did you mean by you can't ride with him because he lost his second pro fight? Because I know it's Matt's fault. He cut you off. He didn't let you. He wasn't allowing you to articulate yourself properly because he's so rude. He cut you off.
You do that countless times. So I
know I do, but you have every right to tell them highlight it when I do it.
Yeah, look, it's not because he lost a fight. I never dismiss a fighter for losing a fight. If you fight good competition, you risk losing a fight. It's purely based on caliber of opposition against which he lost. That's the basis of my argument here. It has nothing to do with whether he actually lost a fight. I think he is one of the best fighters in that division. He absolutely is. But it signifies either mentally or in some way, shape, or form that there's a hole there that can be exploited, right? Because Salido exploited the gap that was presented to him, period. That's all it is. And for a man with 300 fights, that should not have been so easy.
Muhammad Ali was a gold medal winner, and he lost.
That Salido is. But that's just my opinion, by the way. It's just my opinion. But I definitely wanted to, when you started introducing the Bernard Hopkins comparison, that's where I said, this is not what we're talking about here. And it's not a fair comparison. That's why I got so ruffled there, because that didn't even make sense. That's like me if I start my pro career right now, never having fought a day in my life, and I lose. How can you compare me to someone who's fought even 50 amateur fights? Actually, how can you even compare?
Bernard fought a bum and fought a champion.
Yo, Matt, what is wrong with you? Do I have to highlight that you can't help but cut people off?
Yo, people can hear both of us. Relax.
No, they can't.
Yes, they can. Loma fought a world champion in a second fight. Hold on. Loma fought a world.
Cut me off and talk right over me.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk over you. Don't worry. Loma fought a world champion in a second fight. Bernard Hopkins fought a bum and lost. Like, again, you want to clown Salido, but Salido was a world champion, if I'm not mistaken, at that time.
Matt, you're riding hard for the Lomos.
Yeah.
Listen, KM Star, I know you got more.
Champion, but yeah.
I mean, Salido's top 10.
Go ahead. I'm gonna let you wrap it up. I know you got more. We're gonna get to some calls right after you.
No, respectfully for the other callers, all I'm saying is saying someone's a world champion. What does that actually mean? You can rank and you can say what the caliber of champion that person is. That that doesn't actually.
Salido wasn't top 10. Salido was top 10.
I don't know if he's top 10 right now.
No. At the time of that fight, was Salido top 10?
Right there.
Matt, what does it matter?
That fight was
Who fights in their second pro fight against a top 10 opposition?
Whatever.
All right, Cam Star.
Yeah,
Thank
that's
you.
fine. I'll concede that. Yeah.
Matt is really hung up on this one.
I mean, somebody who's highly touted and considered a superstar. He's gonna get opposition that's higher than the normal prospect or contender that's coming up.
I'll compare it to other sports again. When you have a dominant college athlete, they aren't going to be the best in the pros in their first year. That is guaranteed. I'm sorry.
Let me get my historian on because
transition that you need to take from the amateurs to the pros.
Ginzu. Matt is so aggressive today. Well, I'm going to bring on the big guns. I got him.
Sean?
And if you can, it's Sean. Sean knows everything about B-Hop. He's been following B-Hop again before he wiped his own butt.
Comparison. That's not my point.
Sean, what's up with this B-Hop comparison?
That's not my point. I don't know why you keep bringing up that angle.
Yo, okay. Matt, let someone else besides you talk.
Because you're presenting my argument incorrectly. So correct yourself.
Matt, I got your back, bro.
Thank you, Sean.
Got your back, bro.
Yo, you don't got his back on speakerphone, man. Get off of speakerphone, Zattel.
No, I'm speaking on Skype. It should be all good.
Are you talking right into your computer or are you using your phone? What do you got there?
Yeah, I'm talking right into the computer.
You need a mic, but we'll accept it for now. But in the future, plug in your iPhone headset.
Okay, I got you. Okay, so the Hopkins comparison. Ness, I named my little dog after Bernard Hopkins. So anyway,
which we don't know if that's props or disrespect. I don't know. We don't know.
It's props, bro. Come on now.
I don't know. Kanye, where's Kanye? When you need him?
We don't know. I love after someone I don't love, man. Come on now. I love Bernard Hopkins. That's my favorite fighter of all time, along with Eric Morales.
Doesn't Rob have two dogs? One of them is named Rocky. The other one, Mick.
Mickey and Rocky is Rob.
Mickey and Rocky.
But anyways, yes, Bernard Hopkins lost to Clinton Mitchell. And then he lost to Roy Jones. And then when he fought Segundo Mercado, who went on to never win a world title, never win big fights, Bernard got dropped twice and was lucky to get a draw against, well, not lucky, but he got a draw against Segundo Mercado. And Bernard was almost 30 with over 20 professional fights and already a world title fight under his belt with Roy Jones. Again, if you're going to hold that against Lomachenko, you got to hold things like that against Bernard Hopkins. And then another one that's good is Lennox Lewis. You're talking about amateur experience and how that shouldn't excuse a loss. Lennox Lewis is probably recognized as the greatest heavyweight of the new millennium. And he won the gold medal. And he still got knocked out by Oliver McCall. Who? You know what I mean? Not a big somebody. He knocked him out in the rematch and went on to become the best heavyweight in the new millennium. So again, one loss shouldn't handicap you. And Salido is more accomplished definitely than the guy Hopkins had a draw with in Mercado and got dropped twice with. He's definitely more accomplished than Clinton Mitchell, who Hopkins lost to in that debut. And he's probably more accomplished than Oliver McCall, who knocked out Lennox Lewis. And then just real quick to throw in the greatest, Muhammad Ali. He didn't lose this fight, but he got dropped by Doug Jones. He already won the gold medal. He already had the great amateur experience. A lot of people thought Ali got a gift against Doug Jones. In the fight, he got dropped. So one fight, and again, Loma was breaking new ground in fighting for a world title in his second fight ever. And then what did he do right after that? He dominated an elite caliber fighter in Gary Russell to, and on his second attempt, become the fighter with a world title with his few professional fights in the history of the sport. So, and Salido, I talked to him today. We can, fight fans, go check out the interview on ThaBoxingvoice.com. Salido has made no secret that he's holding the paycheck hostage to fight Lomachenko. He's trying to cash out. That says to me, because he knows he would lose that rematch. I think even most Lomachenko haters would admit that he probably beat Salido these days. So again, I wouldn't hold that one loss against Lomachenko. He was daring to be great, trying to win a world title. I mean, it counts. It goes in the books as a loss. I'm not excusing it. But what I'm saying is it shouldn't detract from him being a fighter to win a world title in as fewer fights as anyone in history, a fighter to win titles in 2 divisions, 2 divisions in a few fighters history. And if he beats Rigondeaux this Saturday, he's already built a very strong resume, and he's already a Hall of Famer when you combine the 2 gold medals with what he's done in the pros. So again, don't kill Lomachenko for the 1 loss.
Sean, and where's your level of certainty lie with this fight in your pick?
I got Lomachenko. I mean, I'm not 100% on it. For example, I was more convinced that Mayweather would beat Pacquiao, but I'm more convinced that Lomachenko beats Rigondeaux than I was when I picked Canelo to beat Gennady Golovkin, and I'm more convinced that Lomachenko beats Rigondeaux than when I picked Kovalev in that rematch with Ward. So I'm definitely ready to eat some crow if Rigondeaux pulls it off, and I'm ready to say he's probably number 1 pound for pound if he pulls it off.
All right, Sean, let me get to some, excuse me, other people. We went to Ed Brown. We went to Jesse. We went to Fugatti. We went to Muhammad. We got Alexander Bully on a check-in. Talk to me.
Yo, what's going on, man? I'm going to put my quick prediction in, man. My heart says Rigondeaux, but my head says Loma. But the thing is, I think when people talk about Rigondeaux's movement, a lot of people don't speak about his broken rhythm. Like, he really does, like, change up his tempo and speed and cadence a lot of the times when he's striking, which I think is going to be very difficult for Loma to fully get down and will take him a while. But ultimately, I think there's too many disadvantages with the weight. I think he's got a bit of stamina issues as well, Rigondeaux, in my opinion, that might come into fruition in the later rounds. And the jumping weight as well is a bit of a problem. So I got Loma winning, but I wouldn't be surprised if the upset come through from my guy.
All right, Mr. Bully, thank you for calling in. We're going to go out to...
Nestor, wait, Nestor. Nestor.
What?
Never mind. I was going to tell you ringers, but you got the message.
I mean, I'm always doing my job. What are you doing?
It's the info, Joe.
This portion of the show we call In the Know, presented by my brother.
Man, you know you had a lot of great callers on this show, man, but you know it ain't no show without Info Joe. Yo, what's up, my boxing brothers?
Joe, what up,
everybody in the chat, everybody on the panel. What's up, Doomy, Cashroll, Matt, and Mr. Nestor Gibbs? Yo, first off, man, shout out to the boxing gods for blessing us, the hardcores, with this fight. Ness, can you give the boxing gods a round of applause, coins, bells, whistles for blessing us at the end of the year? Most deaf. Hey, yo, I'm excited for this fight, man. You know I'm excited for this fight. Hey, we're going to witness a high-speed chess match, the sweet science at its best. And whoever wins this fight, I don't want to hear no excuses. May the best man win. I am a fan of both of these dudes. I see Rigo and Loma as boxing scientists. And in science, you use math, geometry, etc. And whoever is going to come down to geometry, whoever has the best angles and the best time is going to win the fight. I do think it is a 50-50 fight. With all that being said, I'm going with my man El Chacal, Rigondeaux. Yo. But I wouldn't be mad eating crow if Loma wins though. But I'm going with my man Rigondeaux. Yo, Bruce, if you can call in and give us a breakdown on the bet lines. I'm thinking about betting on this fight, but I give me
Rigo's like a minus 400, B.
So how do you do that?
Excuse me, a plus 400, I think,
So
something like that. We'll get Bruce. We'll get Bruce, Matt, to contact Bruce and have him call in, Joe. We don't want to give any false information. But last I checked, he was like a plus 400. All right. Well, thanks again. We're going to keep it out on the ringer status. That was Info Joe, who is a ringer. You can head on over to patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice and check out our many tiers. Remember, we're giving a one-off exclusive only Podcast Kings TBV shirt to all our patrons on that said level. And obviously, you can cut the line like Info Joe and others like this caller coming up in the Boston, Massachusetts area. You know him as Georgie Porgy.
Yo, first of all, let me say, I don't pay showtime to see you all there not even putting a goddamn motherfucking effort. If I want to see some motherfuckers just fight, I pick up a fight with somebody in the street. Don't need that shit. You don't know that's for my dude? Just move along. Gone. Fuck you. Next, what a great show. Thumbs up, donate. Hey, yo! What's happening, people? Yo, Team Rigo. Yo, Matty, don't go on T for me, nigga. Let me have my 2 minutes, bro. Can he have his 2 minutes? Jesus.
I didn't say it.
Listen, man. Yo, listen, bro. Let me start with fuck Bob Aaron when he blackballed fucking Rigo. Fuck Aaron when he told fucking Santa Cruz and blackballed fucking Rigo. These men needed his respect 5 years ago. And this fucking mafia, this vampire cop blocking. Let's see what happened on Saturday, you motherfucking vampires. That's all I gotta say, Team Rigo, Maori.
Bye, Georgie. Let's go out to our lovely producer who has been playing phone tag with me for quite some time.
I'm a motherfucking
Ooh, Gucci gang. Ooh,
What's up, Monsterpiece?
What's up, guys? How is everyone doing? I'm fucking excited for this fucking fight. Listen, I'm gonna keep it real quick. I'm picking fucking Rigondeaux because we're starting a revolution. We just are. It's not a surprise that your girl is gonna pick Rigo, so I'm definitely picking Rigondeaux. And I have a question for Matt. Is he still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Matt is here. The one that isn't here is freaking Enrique, and he's already missed like 3 picks. I mean, you picked Rigo. The last caller was Georgie picked Rigo, and who before that was Info picked Rigo. Shout out to Anthony Allen with 2 double super chats and no message. Thank you for your super chat. We're gonna use it to get the Earl back to Monsterpiece.
Yeah, I'm picking Rigondeaux. Let me ask you a question, Matt. How many failures have you had in your life? How old are you again? You're 21, right? 22, something like that?
Damn. Why is she bringing up failures? Uh-oh, this is getting deep.
I don't know.
So
I didn't hear the question.
It's an honest question.
Sounds like a championship Browns topic.
Monster, what was the question?
Honestly, how many failures have you had in your life, Matt?
I've had a lot of failures in my life.
Yeah, he's traveled the world.
Sure you have. I'm pretty sure you have. And to you, those failures, they never go away. Doesn't freaking matter how successful you have become afterwards. That failure is what makes you great. Is what's making you great each and every day.
Absolutely.
At the end of the day, when it comes to boxing, Salido beat Loma. Period. That failure is always going to be in the back of Lomachenko's mind. I'm not saying that that's going to be in his head when he's fighting Rigo. But at the end of the day, his weakness has already been explored. Whether you think he's been accomplishing some greatness right after that fight, that's still something you need to take into consideration. You can't, especially in boxing, because you got to look at every odds. You cannot just look at, okay, let's just look at one direction of what is going to happen. You got to look at the whole pie. You got to look at what he has failed in and what he has succeeded in. And that's what Rigondeaux is going to do. I have a feeling, I know your job and Nestor's job is to overanalyze fight. But the reality is there's only 3 punches in fight. There's an uppercut, there's a hook, and there's a jab. That's it. The point that I'm trying to make is that Rigondeaux might just have the same fight he had with Donaire. Sue me, do whatever you want to do. Overanalyze Lomachenko's amazing skills, overanalyze his amazing amateur record, overanalyze his 2 gold medals. Guess what? Chakai has 2 gold medals as well. And he has been winning all this time. You can knock the guy down, but you're not going to stop him. He's going to still come up and he's going to still find a win. But Loma has lost. That's it. You know what I mean? You can look at it however you want to look at it. He has lost.
Yo, Matt, it's the Mayweather mentality, bro. This that generation.
Let me interject here very quickly, Monster Piece. Let me throw out a couple names that lost first fights in trilogies. Marco Antonio Barrera, Manny Pacquiao, Muhammad Ali. They've all lost the first fight in trilogies, in very major trilogies. Joe Frazier trilogy, Eric Morales trilogy with Manny Pacquiao and Marco Antonio Barrera. All three of those guys lost the first fight of those trilogies. And they went on to win those trilogies and become legendary fighters. Why can't Lomachenko do that?
And he can. Listen, I'm just speaking Rigo because I know that Lomachenko is too much. I think he's too overhyped. I don't think he has had the opportunity to really learn from the Salido fight, in my personal opinion. I may be wrong, and that's okay. I don't mind eating crow. I'm happy that I get to wake up tomorrow, I'm happy that I get to wake up today, and I look forward to waking up tomorrow and every other day of my life to see these fights. I don't care if I eat crow. I could eat crow all day. I'm a crow rider all day. I don't care. But the point is, I think this is going to be another Donaire fight. I really do think so. We may not go that way. It might go another direction, but I honestly think we're overlooking at this too much. We're overhyping Loma too much. And Rigondeaux is going to go in there and he's going to move a lot. It's going to be hard for Lomachenko to land those body shots. I have a feeling Lomachenko is just going to do what he always does, which is be a very high energy fighter moving forward. And Rigondeaux is just going to move in every direction. He's going to use every inch of that ring, and he's going to win this fight by unanimous decision.
So real quick, Masterpiece, Lomachenko, in your opinion,
Monster, thank you for calling in. Go ahead, Doomsday. We'll get to some other calls, but thanks again.
Yeah, I just wanted to know that. So in her opinion, Loma's basically not ever going to catch Rigo. I mean, I think that if at many points in the fight, Lomachenko is going to get the Rigo, and that's going to be the fun thing to watch. That interchange,
Well, guys, help me keep track here. Backtracking, Monster picked Rigo. Before that was Georgie and Info Joe. Am I missing anyone?
Yeah, there's one missing in there.
Alex
who?
The Skype caller that called in picking Rigo.
Yeah.
You guys suck. I give you 3 out of 4. You guys can't find one.
You just gave it to you.
Yeah, well, you gave us the last 3 callers. You want us to just come up with another 3 callers we just had?
Whatever, bro. Whatever, man.
I can come up with imaginary names.
Bill? Names. Let's go out to Larry in San Francisco.
Yo, Blog Talk's not working for me. I think Blog Talk may be down.
Maybe. We'll find out with this Larry connection. If we make contact with Larry, we're all good. In the meantime, we're going to go out to the Skype machine. We got the AP associate producer all the way in the United Kingdom, Robbie Hearn.
Dollar DiBiase Productions.
BJ was going to beat me, then you predict he's going to be, he got
Why isn't Walter sold out 90,000? This guy has been pro for like 8 years, 9 years. If Walter wants some of his work, you can definitely get it on ASAP.
ThaBoxingvoice.com.
Hey, fellas, how you doing?
Doing good. How are you?
Rob, what up?
Robbie.
Good. Yeah, everyone's got a bunch of knowledge around this fight and Loma and Rigo.
Hold on a minute, Rob.
Right.
Masterpiece, please mute yourself or we got to eject you, boo. Get your life together. You're supposed to know better than that. Where my guns at? Go ahead, Rob.
Yeah, I was just saying, listening to the show, and everyone's got vast, much more superior knowledge on this, on the both of these fighters. But I just want to come at it, and I'm rooting for the guy that, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't know this fight was happening. Maybe. Rigo's put it out there. He's, made it fun with, some of the cartoon images and all the little storyboard stuff, putting out his tweets, and just seeing him on the pads yesterday in the workout. I loved it. He was ripping into those pads, and I just, and I know it's a heart pick, but I can't really base it on
big amount of knowledge regarding the two fighters. I know there's got a bunch of amateur fights between them. You know, I guess that counts in experience in some kind of way, but I'm just rooting for the underdog. Yeah, he's made this fight public, really, and I hope he gets what he deserves and he can pull it off. And part of me kind of wants to see Loma with all the slick skills just get found out, but yeah, that's my pick. I'm picking Rigo, but like I say, everyone's got a bunch of knowledge on this more than me, but I just like what I see in Rigo. You guys, when you went on, did the road work and went into camp, I really enjoyed it, and I just like the guy, so it's a bit of a hard pick, but that's my call.
Well, all right, Rob. Listen, we're all victims of picking with our hearts, man. Thank you for calling in. As always, thank you for the work that you do, and obviously thank you for highlighting the work that we did with Rigo out in Miami for the build-up to this fight. Blog Talk is down, ladies and gentlemen, so if you don't want to make this an early night, add Nestor Gibbs on Skype and be part of the conversation. We're going back out to the Skype machine. We're going back to Ed Brown, who was failing to make connection with us the first attempt. Ed, first time calling in, correct?
No, I've called before, but I use my home line.
Got it. So what's going on, brother?
Yeah, basically, I'm going to pick Rigo, not because I'm 100% sure, but it is just a pick with my heart. I've hated how Rigo's been treated his whole career. I know there's other opportunities, maybe if he had picked Bear promotion, but he's been shitted on from day one, so I'm just ready for him to go in and get some work in. Technically, if I look at the fight, I put it like this: Lomachenko's strategy is a very inactivity, maybe go to the body so you lower your hands and stuff like that, but Rigo's defense, he doesn't lower his hand, he moves, he uses angles, so I can see him putting in a little work. He's going to have to get the knockout. That's the only way I can see him win. He's not going to win on judges' scorecard, so it is what it is.
Well, Ed, thank you for calling in, obviously, and waiting patiently there. We just got another Skyper. And remember, if you want to keep this show going, make sure to add Nestor Gibbs on Skype. That's NESTORGIBBS. Blog Talk is down at the moment. And what are we going to do? Cannot complain. It is what it is. We keep the ball rolling. You guys get on your bat phones. Listen, if you got an Android or an iPhone, you can always download Skype. It's a free app. You make a username, you look for Nestor Gibbs, and you add, and it's a wrap. You're part of the conversation. See, everyone's calling in on Skype. That's even the milkman right there, I believe, is my man, Mr. Smith. Let me see here. We have to get out to, we went to Ed. Now it's time to go to Young Sal. No, Iron Sal. Young Mike Tyson is these streets. Remember when he used to say that when he called in and I laughed? And he joined Border Wars. I mean, I know this is a Border Wars thing and not the show for it, but he started at 210, man. Shout out to Sal. Definitely appreciate being part of his weight loss journey. You know, he did that on TBV's little Border Wars challenge, and he looks like a different man. You know, if only Doomsday could take notes. But Sal, what's up?
Shot had to be made.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. What's up?
What's up? Of course we hear you, brother. Because you're making weight.
What's going on, fellas? All right, man. So, I honestly feel I'm not in a...
Santiago, mute yourself. Santiago, you got some feedback, baby. There you go. Go ahead, Iron Sal.
Mute yourself immediately, or you will be ejected. With this many Skype callers, that will be happening.
Okay, cool. Can you guys hear me clear now?
We hear you.
Okay, like I said, I'm a boxing fan before anything, and I'm picking up Loma, bro. Just it's a safe pick. The man already at that weight. He's naturally bigger. I don't know how some of these people are talking about he's gonna break Loma's jaw or go in there and knock him out. Like, I know it's been done before, but they have to understand that Loma is a slick fighter. I think a lot of people, like Teddy Atlas, give him a little too much credit because you got to earn all this shit. And for him, like, trying to rank him over Terrence Crawford is just outrageous. But I'm just looking at the fighters at hand, and I'm thinking the bigger natural man is going to take it because he's slick. you can argue he's just as slick as Rigo, and Rigo does a lot of that movement and angles that he can get set up to get knocked down, like a flash knockdown, really simple. Like he'll get up and not be hurt, but those knockdowns can accumulate. And I don't think you want to give those angles to Loma because he'll capitalize, because Loma's offense is terrific. So I think it's going to go to a decision. I don't think there's going to be a knockout. I think it'll be a decision, and I think it's going to a couple of those knockdowns will happen because Rigo does like to slip a little too low, and Loma's going to catch him and time him, and it's going to be a decision for Loma. But that's my pick. Like I said before, guys, man, get on Patreon if you guys want to see a lot more content. You guys want to see Mr. Gibbs right there putting in work. You guys want to see your boys' vlogs. I got a couple of vlogs up. Like they did say, I did lose a lot of weight, and it was all thanks to this Border Wars thing, man. It's been a lot of fun, a lot of hard work. So if you guys want to see that, go ahead and get you in, man. I know you can get in there for $3 a month. That ain't nothing. It's a few pennies a day, really. So, like I said, man, we'll catch you guys on the next one, man.
Speaking of vlogs, Sal, we'll be waiting for that next one. Remember, if you want to be part of the conversation, you must send a friend request. And slowly but surely, everyone is. We just spoke to Sal, and who do we have here? We have, oh yeah, Santiago. What's up, brother? First of all, Santiago, congratulations to you. We were told by your promoter, who did a horrible job on the Border Wars episode, highlighting the fact that you've already lost 30 pounds. So I just want to personally tell you, shout out to you for getting the job done.
How'd I do a bad job?
Because I felt that it should have been highlighted a lot more, you know, and it was more like, yo, I haven't seen him in a week. He looked skinny. You didn't have any pictures, nothing.
You ain't throw the extra sauce.
Promoter would have went above and beyond. But look, that's another show, another day.
Man, I'm a small-time regional promoter. You can't hate on me.
I mean, he needs to sign with Robbie Hearn. He needs to sign with Robbie Hearn is what he needs to do. But we're going to go out to Santiago in L.A.
Yes.
To and improve 216 pounds, Santiago. What's going on, baby?
That's old weight.
Champ.
Hey guys, yeah, you'll have to forgive the feedback because I'm trying to make my way to go get some food before I head back to the gym. But thank you for the congrats and everything. Right now, I weighed myself, and I'm currently 214.
Well, what are you going to eat? What are you going to eat at
Shots at Doomsday?
Damn. That torpedo managed to find its way over here.
He is going to eat. So
Doomsday seeking. Yeah, he's going to eat. Why can't he fuel his body?
What is it that he is going to use to fuel his body?
Don't you worry about it. Just worry about the numbers, and the numbers indicate that he knows how to lose weight.
He lost over 30 pounds. What are you talking about?
Believe you. You need more people.
Fam, you don't even show up to the gym, Enrique.
So we need a screenshot of the weight.
Enrique, go to the gym for once, and then you can talk.
Ooh.
Do some pad work for once. Then you can talk.
Yeah, say that part. Don't use gym as for once.
Go to the boxing gym. I don't count your little fruity tooty.
Fresh and fruity.
Rich.
He said fruity tooty.
Country club gym where you go with your fucking cougar wives. No. Fuck
his little West Orange cougar wives and shit. All these little white housewives and shit.
We don't count that. Come on.
Steam rooms with rocks and shit.
Yeah, that's the shit. That's how Floyd does it.
Get back to my man Santiago. What up?
I know you just jacking Santiago, Enrique.
My bad.
Hey, it's all good. I did a steam room too to start off my workout. I do that 3 times.
Whoa, Santiago, man. We'll wait till you get that food, baby. We'll wait till
he's like on a motorcycle, no helmet, with that headpiece on.
Yo, he's in DR on a moped. Yo, chill, Santiago. No love lost. We'll be back at you like in no time, in a jiffy. We're gonna go out to Anthony Edwards, aka the Cincinnati Cobra, aka I don't got no sparring footage. What up?
Oh, I don't have no mic either.
I know, Anthony Edwards. All right, we're gonna go to Jason Williams. Talk to us. First time caller?
No, it's Jason Williams, aka J Will.
J. Will from Ohio. What up? What up? What up? You want your intro, man? Let's do it.
I used to get it from Ohio.
Like I know you should lie low. Killer, I used to get it in Ohio.
I used to get it in Ohio.
What's up, Will?
What up?
Yo, with this Rigo fight, man, I think a lot of people made a lot of good points, man, but I really think, man, we've never really seen Loma go backwards. We've never seen Loma fight backwards. And Rigo likes fighting backwards, so they both going to kind of be playing to each other's strengths in that aspect. But I really think that I want Rigo to win, but I really think Rigo looks pretty chinny to me, man, to be honest. And plus him stepping up in weight, being a smaller guy, it's a lot of cards stacked up against him. We got to be honest about the facts, fellas. So I think it's going to definitely be a decision. I think Rigo is going to lose because, honestly, we got to be honest as well, man. Rigo has to get a knockout. I think has to get a knockout in order to get a dub. So,
Jay Will. All right. So in New York City, we have two teams, the Yankees and the Mets. There's people who are Met fans regardless, and that's diehard love because the Mets lose all the time, right? So they stick with their team. Now you coachally supposed to pick Rigo. Why are you going against Rigo? You saying I want Rigo to win. He fights on the back foot. Lomo fights on the back foot. So Lomo's going to win. Why don't you stick with your team? You know your team Rigo before this fight. Why are you trying to be the guy that be like, I knew that was going to happen?
Yo, Enrique is on his back to Africa shit.
Not back to Africa. I'm just saying you got to stick who your man is.
They said casual faded.
well, road work boxing.
Yo, that's fucked up. That's why. Hey, Kaz, why automatically they write you off as an alcoholic?
Because he's known to drink vodka and Ciroc and effing vodka on this show.
And no, he's known to bust brand new bottles of effing vodka at parties. Yeah.
True. I just want to know, why don't boxing fans stick with their guy? You know what I'm saying? If you're a Met fan, they stick with the Mets. You're a Giant fans, they stick with the Giants, regardless of their record. Why can't you stick with Rigo? Why you have to be like, yo, Lomo's gonna win? I'm gonna predict that part of it.
All right, you know what, Cash? I'm gonna go ahead and man up and ride with my guy, man.
Ooh, thank you. That's all I want to hear. You must ride with your team.
Yo, go down with the ship, like captain, B.
Go down with the ship. If that's your ship, go down with it.
What's that captain? That new pirate. He's pretty famous nowadays. Captain Jack, right? What's his name?
Captain Crunch. Who gives a fuck? The point is, that's your brand. That's who you roll with.
Captain Crunch. You
Captain Crunch.
All right. Well, let's go back out to
Jay Will. Shout out to you. He picked Rigo.
Thank you for calling in and allowing Casual to put the peer pressure on you. We're going to Nelson Sanchez with the crazy background noise. Listen, if I did not call your name, you should be muted. Please don't make me say this again or during the live portion of the show, because all we're going to do is like have to dunk on you, and nobody wants to do that. Alex Limon, you should know you need to send a friend request. Shout out to Brian Pulley, just signed up. Yo, everybody's coming to Skype. It's like in a Skype party right now. It's so big, this thing.
They ran out of minutes.
That's what she said. There goes Alex, sent one right there. Boom. Everybody's jumping in this one, bro. Everybody. There's a lot of people. Who did we were going to on Skype just now?
I forget.
No, we said Nelson Sanchez, not to be confused with Nacho. And I don't even know why I said that, because I never heard of a Nacho Sanchez. But whatever. Nelson, talk to us. First time calling in?
Hello, how you doing?
First time calling in?
I'm Nelson from DR.
Oh, Nelson from DR. What's up, brother? Perfect. Santo Domingo in the house.
I was going direct to the phone for my line, and I was waiting about for an hour to get my call, and I tried on Skype, and now I got it.
Yeah. Black Talk is having some issues, man. So always keep Skype. This is another way to get to us, and it actually you sound better. It's free for you, so feel free to use this as much as you want.
Yeah, I let him make it that way. I'm gonna talk about 4 things. The first of all is that we gotta put the facts. In order to see what's the favorite fighter to win the fight. And for me, there are 3 important things that when it comes to Rigondeaux, makes him the favorite fighter to win the fight. And the first one is that he's the fighter with the longer reach. The second is that he's the fighter that managed more effectively the distance between the fighters. Rigo is a master in managing the distance.
Hold on, Nelson.
Yeah, what is that noise?
Bert. Oh man, I don't even know how to. Hey, you know who you are. Please. Why am I repeating?
Mute.
You should be muted.
That's just kick you out.
I don't want to be mean like you, man.
They can call back.
I don't want to be mean like you, man. Go ahead, Nelson.
That Rigo being a master on keeping the distance. And the third one is that he's the better counter puncher. And when you mix that, the outcome will be that Lomachenko wouldn't be able to go inside or even fight at the mid range because Rigo is going to be moving and keeping the distance. Rigo is almost as fast as Lomachenko, even faster for me. So I don't think Lomachenko will be able to get inside and to make these angles that he used to do. I think
Nelson, let me just stop you there because Enrique has been gone for so long. Enrique, I just want to say Info Joe, pick Rigo. Monster Piece, pick Rigo. Nelson is obviously picking Rigo. Do my co-hosts remember any of the other picks that Enrique missed while away? Alex who?
I don't know where he was from, but it was Alex.
The Cuban Alex picked him. I have that already.
What
I want to know, and
I think he knew that one.
I got Info and I got Monster, and then
what was Santiago's pick?
Santiago, we got to go back. He had bad audio.
Yeah, Santiago, we got to go back.
Was it Ed Brown? Did Ed Brown pick Rigo?
Did Ed Brown even answer? I thought he didn't answer.
No, we went back to him. I'm not sure, but you guys are sucky tonight. Go ahead, Nelson.
Nelson is breaking it down. But go ahead.
And you mix those 3 facts. It will be so difficult for Lomachenko to go inside, and Lomachenko will know that he's an inside fighter or a mid-range fighter, and he will not be able to go inside or fight a mid-range. Rigo has the reach and the power. It will be too risky for him to go inside or fight a mid-range. I don't think he'll be able to catch Lomachenko. Some are saying that Lomachenko is a volume puncher, he uses combinations. You know, I've seen all the Rigo fights. I'm his huge fan of him. And I've never seen a fighter that has been able to put a single 3-punch combination on Rigo. No one has been able to do so. No one.
Nelson, you're choosing Rigo, right? That's what I have you chosen.
Yeah, I don't think Lomachenko's going to be able to do so. Lomachenko's a willing puncher, but he's fighting steady fighters that doesn't move, that had no defense. You know, some of you, I don't know who was, say that that guy, Russell Jr. was nearly the same as Rigo. But you're right, man.
Matt said that. Matt Hunter, put his name down on your list. That's the guy who picked against Rigo.
Good comparison.
Yeah.
To Rigondeaux.
I don't know. Some of you say that Russell Jr. is the most like is near Rigo. It's like Rigo, and as Lomachenko passes that test, he will be able to pass Rigo too.
Nelson, that is your 3 minutes, baby. You're punching after the bell. Sorry, we got to keep everybody down in 3 minutes.
Good call.
We're on Skype. It is jam-packed.
Good call, Nelson.
Got to take it out to Larry. Let's see. I don't know if Larry's available. Is he? Larry, where'd you go? Did he drop off? It looks like Larry might have dropped off. So we're going to go out to Atlanta, home of our alumni, the Milkman.
I told y'all a long time ago, the Kirkland will go down in 3 rounds.
All right, now goes Kirkland. Strap me up. Next, I got milk, baby.
Yeah. Can y'all hear me?
We hear you, Milkman. What's going on?
Hey, man, it feels good to be back. First of all, we gotta recognize, man. Correct me if I'm wrong, but a fight between 2 gold medalists, dual gold medalists, has never happened in the history of boxing, right?
Yes.
We would have to ask Sean Zattel that. I think he dropped off. You know, he's the historian.
I think that is correct. They've been promoting it as such, so I would assume it's correct.
Good perspective.
Okay. So this is a historic moment. Now, let's dive into the particulars. Now, one thing people aren't really talking about, you know, people are talking about speed and size, but nobody has really talked about the thing that really is the crowning jewel of you winning a fight, and that's your brain, man, the ring IQ. You know, when you talk about going tit for tat, yeah.
Larry, mute yourself. Go ahead, Milkman.
Yeah, Rigo and Lomo, as far as speed, you know, I would say they're comparable. You know, as far as footwork, that's comparable. Power, Lomo probably has a little bit more just because he's bigger. But when it comes down to the ring IQ, man, I have to give Rigo the edge. You know, when you talk about his positioning is beautiful, man. You know, he does so, you know, he when he fights, man, it just looks kind of effortless. When he throws a combination, he's right back into like where he needs to be. So, you know, I think it's going to come down to who can do the most thinking. You know, not saying that the loss that Lomachenko has is still looming over his head. I think he has grown and learned from that loss. But, you know, I think it's something that may be in the back of his mind when it's time to dig down in the trenches again, because he's not just going to walk through Rigo. So I'm curious to see how he's going to handle that mentally. You know, when you are used to getting guys out of there, making them look foolish.
90 seconds.
And the guy's still right there going, you know, back and forth with you. So I'm going to say Rigo is going to edge this one out. That's all I got, man. That's it.
Okay.
Well, all right.
Milkman or Larry?
That was Milkman.
Milkman for Rigo. Rigo has the lead here on the caller side.
Yes, he does. It's been picking up. We're going out to Brian.
60 seconds.
First time caller, Brian, or are you a new caller?
No, you actually know my real name now. This is Real Talk.
What up, Mr. Talk?
Yeah.
Real Talk, like on the birth certificate, it says Real Talk and the last name.
Like Real Talk is his username on the internet.
Okay, Real Talk. What up?
I think this fight is going to be a whitewash. Now I know a lot of people will take this as disrespect, but you know, I'm just speaking purely technical. You know, here I'm not trying to discredit Rigondeaux or nothing for his accomplishments and things like that. But you have to look at all the, not just the size advantage and everything. You got to look at the fundamentals. You got to look at you got to look at the intangibles and things like that. You know, I think it's going to come down to skills, though. I don't think the intangibles are going to play as much role, because when you got two guys like a 50-50 fight, because I don't believe this is 50-50, I think then it comes to the intangibles. I think it's a skill mismatch. You know, Rigo makes a lot of mistakes. That's why I'm going for, I think it's going to be a knockout. I think the mistakes are going to get him knocked out. You know, he takes wide steps. He's out of position after he throws. He loads up on counter shots. I mean, big counter shots he loads up on. And you can get away with that with certain fighters. You know, the fighters he's been able to get away with, but you're just not going to be able to get away with, you know, keeping your legs that far apart and, you know, taking wide steps and throwing shots and then being completely off balance when you trying to get back. You know what I'm saying? But it's just going to be a whitewash, man. And, you know, it's my opinion. I think people are just, they're voting with their hearts here. And, you know, as far as, you know, everything with Rigo and all his past and everything, you know, the thing is, man, is me personally, I understand where people are coming from, but I just can't feel sorry for another man. If he's not successful in life, it's only you to blame, you know, and things unfortunate happen to all of us. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, there's been plenty of African-American fighters who have been extremely successful. You know, if you got a boring ass, well, I wouldn't say boring because it's not boring to hardcore, but you know, if the networks and everything is not feeling you, you know, there's a lot of ways you have to promote yourself. If you're that slick type of fighter, you're going to have to be a little bit more boisterous outside of the ring. So we got to do what we got to do get where we need to be.
I get it. Real talk. You are being as real as possible. You're picking Lomo culturally, and yo, that's it. I have to say. You saying he's gonna get knocked out? I see your perspective.
I'm picking him culturally, but I'm also because I ain't gonna sit here and lie. I like him.
Real talk is your name, so don't lie.
But I'm also picking him. I'm also picking him technically too, because there's been plenty of fights that I said I want this guy to win, but I don't think. I think he's, I think the other guy's gonna win, and I'll be honest about that. I just think, like I said, with this guy, yes, I do want him to win, but at the same time, I would be honest and say I think if I didn't think he was technically gonna win, I think it's gonna be a whitewash. But I mean,
Real talk, that is the bell. Thank you for calling in. Matt, I just got some great news from Nelson in New York. Excuse me, in Santo Domingo.
DR, Dominican Republic. Is there a difference? Santo and Domingo?
Yeah, well, Santo Domingo is the capital, but that's actually where he's from. But
okay,
he was asking when we're going out there, you know what I mean? He's even got a gym.
Ooh. Ooh. Does he have a bucket for Matt to vomit in?
Why Casual had to go there? He said he have a bucket.
Wow. Hey, at least I go to the gym. At least I do pad work. At least I know how to throw a punch.
Yo, come on, man. You stuck, man.
All right, we're going back out to the Skype. If I'm not talking to you, I need you to keep your microphone muted. Everyone who is not talking, keep your microphone muted. We're going to go back out to Santiago in LA. Santiago, are you ready, or are you still getting food, my friend?
Santiago, not to be confused with Dominican Republic. Go.
Not to be confused with a city in the Dominican Republic.
Cool, true.
Nah, guys, I'm somewhere quiet right now, so don't worry too much about that at the moment. But yeah, I think it's going to be an interesting fight, and to be honest with me, I'm going to be riding with Rigo on this one just because I feel he has more of an incentive to win this fight than Lomachenko. After what happened to him with Nonito Donaire and all the negativity that he received.
Oh, yo, Santiago, are you cooking? Like get off speakerphone.
Hey, I know this is your buddy, so I was letting you ride.
That's why I can do it, because he's my buddy. I
was gonna see if you were gonna bring it to him or what.
He's like cooking wings up in there, like in a fryer. Like what are you doing, man?
He's slamming doors.
Yo. Once you get off speakerphone, Santiago, please continue.
Yo, I guess he muted himself. But yo, shout out to Nelson. He said it's not his gym, but he trains there. I said, yo, that's enough, bro. As long as you train there, that means that we could train there. And who knows? Maybe if Enrique beats Jose, him and Jose do their triple in May in DR.
Called the Holy Trinity.
Yo, Enrique.
He said call it the Holy Trinity. He's feeling real Jay-Z, Kanye-ish right now. Yo, Enrique, did you see? We got to bring up for overtime, aka championship rounds. We got to bring up the interview with Jay-Z when he discussed the drama between him and I don't know how old that is. I just got a hold of it.
That was like last weekend or Thanksgiving.
That's good. That's not old. Last weekend. I mean, I know for you it is. Larry in San Francisco. Larry.
Hey. Y'all got me? I'm on?
Yeah, we got you, brother. What's up?
Oh, my gosh. It's about time. You can hear me okay?
We hear you fine.
All right. Hey, I appreciate it as always. Big ups to the Boxing Voice. And it's, it's the biggest fight of the year. It's Loma Rigo. This is a can't miss. So, hey, we're finally there. Hey, Ness, I gotta credit you for your consistency. You were sounding and saying the same things you were saying before the Lomachenko-Walters fight, and you went ahead and picked Walters, and we saw how that turned out, and I expect the same thing to happen, so big ups to you for your consistency in that. Secondly,
Larry, very quickly, don't forget the time when he clowned Triple G for fighting Kell Brook, for fighting a guy 2 divisions below him.
No, not Nestor Gibbs. He wouldn't do that. I can't.
No, never.
Can't ride with that. Probably never ever happened. Hey, but Sunday is Crow Day. But let me tell you this right now: all Crow is not created equal. Anybody picking Rigondeaux to win this fight is ignoring some of the basic tenets of boxing. The bigger, younger man beats the smaller, older man. And
not necessarily true, but go ahead.
That in this fight right here. So that's fine. and everyone bucking that trend, the main reason I'm hearing is because of skill. Rigo's got a gang of skill. Rigo's a great fundamental defensive slipping and ducking counterpunching fighter, and I can't take that away from him. You can't take it away from him. But so is Vasyl Lomachenko. How are you going to outskill Lomachenko to the point where your size and your age does not matter? You don't do that. So it all boils down to this. And Casual and Monster were honest enough early, and they laid it all down. If Lomachenko's last name was Jenkins, and if Lomachenko didn't have a network and a promoter behind him, the picking for this fight would be extremely different. So I'm going to go ahead and give it to you right now. Lomachenko by wide unanimous decision. This fight will not be close. This is a mismatch, and Lomachenko will show you that on Saturday. Sunday is Crow Day. I expect every last one of y'all to call in for your double helping, because it's got to be a double helping for a fight like this. Love y'all. I'm out.
Larry, that was an awesome call, and I respect you for that call. And come Crow Day, you better call back. You know what I'm saying? You better call back by saying it's a mismatch.
Enrique,
because if it's a damn close fight, then your mismatch is out the window.
Enrique, are you gonna be on the show on Sunday, or are you gonna, not be on the show like usual?
He's not gonna be on the show. Why are you even putting him on the spot like that?
I mean,
Let's build his confidence and get his way back on the show. Listen, Matt. Is what I'll say. Top Rank is a damn good promoter. Somehow they've been able to take a guy with 10 fights, right, who has fought more guys whose names you can't pronounce, and turn him into a superstar. And they've made him so big that this fight has had
Very loose term there, Ness.
no, he's a superstar.
No, Jose Ramirez did double the numbers that.
No,
I don't think Lomachenko's a superstar. He could walk down the street right now. No one's gonna say, "Oh, look at Vasyl."
Are you guys trying to purposely make me lose my train of thought?
Nah, go ahead.
All right. And that's the point. This guy's biggest fight on his resume is going to be a guy 2 divisions below him, 37 years older.
But you're picking that 37-year-old 2 division below him to beat him. So
I
obviously,
understand.
culturally, so good. It must be so good that the age and the weight doesn't matter.
Absolutely. But remember, you're only as good as the people you fight. You could only be judged for the people you fight.
And Loma has a actually pretty good resume compared to a lot of people's favorite boxer right now.
All right.
I
But
mean,
it doesn't take away from the fact.
Very quickly,
It doesn't take away from the fact that most people would say Rigo is probably the biggest name on his resume, especially if he beats him. That would be his biggest accomplishment.
Yeah, arguably.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
that's what I'm saying.
you
How good is Top Rank when all you got to do is beat a dude 2 divisions below you who's older than
Yeah, but he comes with so many. He comes with so many accolades backing him up.
I mean, he's beat top 10, top 5 opposition.
Who?
Gary Russell Jr. and Nicholas Walters. Easy top 5 opposition right there. Easy.
What's that have to do with the conversation?
Is the fact that you say that he hasn't. You're alluding that Rigo now is his biggest name, therefore he hasn't fought anyone. He's
No, I never said that. I'm saying
he's built his name on people you can't pronounce, on names you can't.
No,
pronounce.
I'm not saying that either. I said how good. I said how good is his promoter that the biggest fight till date will be a guy 2 divisions below and 37 years old.
You could have asked the same thing to Triple G about Kell Brook.
Nah, there's more people in their division.
At the time,
Because now, stop it.
His biggest fight.
My thoughts come from what
fight?
At that time, yeah, it was. Name a bigger fight. He got paid more in that fight than any other fight, that's for sure.
Call you for sure.
Listen, for sure. The biggest fight right now is Lomachenko versus Rigondeaux, right? So let's just hypothetically say Lomachenko wins. Okay. Bob Arum or Top Rank, the promotion, what do they do next to make their fighter go to the maximize their name, Lomachenko? Where do they go next?
Well, who else is in that division?
Mikey Garcia. That's a name.
And easily you could be like, Mikey Garcia wins. Size, age, skills, resume.
Maybe. Let's get back.
No way, maybe. Damn, I'm surprised Ness said maybe. Robert Garcia would disagree with that.
I mean, we got to see how good he does versus Rigo to continue to assess him any greater. Let's get out to Anthony Edwards. What up?
What's up? What's up? I'm back at it. Yeah. Everybody was killing with the points today, I must say. Two things. First of all, I am picking Viva Cuba and Chacal. So, I'm rolling with everybody with the Rigo pick, but it's one thing that stuck out to me that I think it was KM Star said that when he lost, it was something that Salido, it was something, it obviously wasn't skill wise because, Lomachenko, he's obviously the better boxer than Salido, but Salido's a grizzled veteran. So it was something that Salido could do. It was ugly, but he did it. And what do you think Rigo is? He's a grizzled veteran. So you don't think it's something that he can do that Salido can't do?
Hey, you guys should try turning off your video camera. It will make the quality of the call better because it will pull less bandwidth. If you're using video, it's going to take more internet to populate a video, thus making the call choppier. Try doing call only, and it will work out a lot better.
Also, very quickly, everyone that's bringing up the Salido fight, please tell me when was the last time you watched that fight.
Wait, Anthony Edwards is Team Rigo, correct or not?
Yes, that is correct.
You are correct, Casual. Edwards, thank you for the... Oh, okay, my bad.
Oh, no, I was talking about Matt's point. Yeah, I just watched highlights of it about a few days ago. It was close. I mean, you could say Loma
You
won.
said highlights. You said you watched highlights. Did you watch the full fight?
I have watched the full fight before, yeah.
No. But you said you watched highlights recently. When's the last time you watched the full fight from beginning to end?
Full fight? About 2 weeks ago, actually.
Okay.
So
Convenient. Convenient. This coming from the guy that hasn't submitted any sparring yet.
Matt act like everybody has his schedule.
I put in 6 rounds today. I got you, but I'm going Rigo, man. I was actually gonna go to this fight too, but I decided not to. Gotta get that training in,
Getting ready.
They're coming for you. I'm just saying, you better get that training in. Shit about to get real. 5 weeks away.
I'm coming for them.
I've been there before.
Hey, Anthony, I'm going to go ahead and cut out. Let me get to, I don't even know how to pronounce this, man. You guys got to have these Skype names matching your real names, make this easier, but it looks like Ole or OL or O.
Before we go to him, can I ask you guys that same question?
When's that?
You guys watch Lomachenko Salido?
I'll watch it tomorrow.
The last time I watched that.
I will watch it tomorrow.
Please do.
I will. What are you going to tell me?
Let's do a live chat on that.
I don't think it was an issue of skill. I think it was an issue of composure. That's what lost in that fight. It was composure.
We never said that Salido's more skilled. He just made it a difficult fight.
But I'm saying composure is something that you can learn. That's a learned trait. You're not naturally composed in every situation in life.
So he wasn't composed.
To fight for a gold medal in the Olympics is like what? Fighting in a Lou DiBella regional card in Long Island. It's the same audience. I mean, it's, in terms of the big lights, it doesn't compare to even a StubHub fight, I would say. Like a legit StubHub fight. Like the levels of people there, attendance, lights, cameras, press, everything. It's just a very different world and atmosphere.
Agreed. Let's get through these callers here. I'm gonna say Ole or Ol. No video. Going to Skype. Go for it.
Yeah. Hello, Nestor. Hello, Matt. Hello, Enrique. How you guys doing?
We're good. Unfortunately, Enrique stepped away. He would have been happy to have you address him. He hates when they don't address him.
I'm not gonna make a pick. I'm gonna make prediction because first of all, I think they're both matched skill wise, and but the thing is this: Rigo defensive wise, Rigo is better, and I think Rigo actually has more power than Lomachenko. Now, this is my prediction. If it's I predict a knockout from Rigo. Now, if it goes, if it goes to this decision, I predict that Lomachenko is going to get the win over Rigo because Lomachenko has much punching output, you know. So if it ever goes to decision, definitely going to be a Lomachenko win. But I predict a knockout from Rigo. That's my prediction.
Well, all right, brother. Well, thank you for calling in. Remember, Sunday is Crow Day, and we'll see if you get it right. You get it right, you're definitely going to be able to have some gloating going on. Looks like we got Marcus. Talk to us.
Yo, can you hear me?
Loud and clear, brother.
Yo, check this out. Great call. First of all, what's up, Boxing Voice, man? We're doing it again. 2017 was a great boxing year. Y'all want to address something Monster said. Monster said she don't really think Lomachenko learned from her the Salido fight. To Matt's point, if you watch the fight, it was a transition from learning to fight in a grizzled veteran and a pro fight versus an amateur fight. There were a lot of things that were being done in the ring by Salido that 397 fights that Lomachenko has had has taught him that the referee was supposed to come and intercede. He learned that this is not the case in the pro game, and he took advantage of that the following fights. He started moving people. He started twisting people. He started doing the things which he would have gotten in trouble for in the amateurs. And I think he learned from that. Another thing I think he learned from, this fight is being for 8 pounds above Rigondeaux's natural weight. When they were at 26 and 22, Rigondeaux had asked people when they said, did you want to fight Lomachenko? He said, what weight is he? He said, 126. He said, I'm at 122. So the fact that now it's even being campaigned at 8 pounds versus 4 pounds, I think he also learned what happened with Salido. He wouldn't have gone into a fight for a guy who's going to lose the bout on the scales, which Salido did. I think he did learn from it. As far as the previous caller talking about Salido's a grizzled veteran, he's a grizzled veteran, but if you watch the fight, there was a tide that changed where you start seeing Lomachenko learn how to deal with him. And anyone who knows him, he bodied Lomachenko, he bodied Salido up in the 12th round and had Salido reeling. A couple of punches in the 10th, 11th, and 12th round that had Salido on his feet with body shots. So I do think he has learned. I think they both are skilled, they both defensive, but the fact of the matter is most of these Cuban fighters, they always say they're 35, and then it's like 5 years later, then they'll say they're 37. And, the 2000 and 2004 Olympics is when Rigondeaux won. Rigondeaux might be 40, you know. So, I mean, if you just take all those other things into consideration, even if all things are equal, I also say this: the last time one of them had fought a high-level southpaw is Lomachenko. The jab is going to be the fight. The jab is going to be the punch that makes this fight, because when Daenerys and Rigondeaux fought, Daenerys couldn't use his jab, and he had a harder time adjusting to a southpaw than Rigondeaux had adjusting to fighting Daenerys. Lomachenko fought Gary Russell, and they were both southpaw. Lomachenko had the better jab of the two because he was more used to or prepared better to line that jab up. Like when two right-handers fight, the jab is not impeded by the other jab hand. So whoever makes the adjustment or whoever made the adjustment, which I think is Lomachenko, having fought Gary Russell, I think because he's fought a high-level southpaw more recently, and he's younger, and the fight's catched up at 8 more pounds, and the fact that Lomachenko wears people out if you watch the fight, and I do think Rigondeaux has stamina issues. I'm going to take Lomachenko on this in unanimous decision.
All right, Marcus. Well, thank you for calling in, brother. Good call. Let me see here. It looks like we got Alex Lemon to go to in California, right? Where is he?
I won't deny you.
Dollar DiBiase Productions.
Come with me. Hail Mary, run quick, see what do we have in
Yeah. Ride or die.
Boxingvoice.com.
Dollar DiBiase Productions.
What up?
What's up, fellas?
What's up,
How I sound? Good?
No.
Not really.
Little echo.
You sound all right, I think.
I'm on some shitty ass headphones. That's why.
Nah, it's good then.
Alex Lemon on the track. What up?
What up, man? Hey,
this fucking Loma Rigo, man. On ESPN. I mean, I'm excited about this weekend, man. Top Rank giving it to us, man. I'm inviting people over, man.
Michaela Mayer. Shout out to Michaela Mayer. Gabriel Flores in New York City.
You know what I mean? Oh, man, I was going to get to the undercards for sure.
I know you were. I know you were. That's why I stole your thunder.
Hell yeah. Hey, boxing fans. Hey, the fights start at 4:30 on Saturday, man. That's my time. That's West Coast time. 4:30. Go to the ESPN app. Download the app, and you can watch all the undercards. Michaela Mayer, Michael Collins, Shakur Stevenson, Christopher Diaz. You can watch all these great fights, and then of course you got switch over to the ESPN, man, and you get all the other fights. You got Jennings, you got, and then of course the Loma Rigo. So do that definitely. Don't miss none of that action. Hey, man, I'm inviting people over, man. Like this was a Mayweather pay-per-view, man, and no one knows Loma or Rigo, man. It's crazy to me. But I'm telling you, man, I'm selling it. It's a fight of the year. I want to say Bob Arum is giving this to us, man. But the boxing fans wanted this, man, all last year. And even right now, tonight, all these picks, everyone's picking Rigo. Everyone's saying Rigo could beat Loma. And they're going to see, they're blind that Loma's going to dance around Rigo, man. And he's going to be bigger. He's the younger. I mean, he's faced more competition. He's been more active. They're going to see that this was a mistake. That the top-ranked matchmakers, man, I mean, they're excited. They were happy that everybody wanted Rigo. I mean, the guy's two divisions smaller, and they wanted it. Loma's giving it to him. So I hope he gets the credit for it. That he's actually going for the people. He's going for the best fight the best.
Alex Lemon, bigger means harder hitter, or bigger means much more skillful.
Yeah, he's gonna be a hitter too. No. Well, I was saying bigger, like he's gonna come in bigger. Because first of all, he's bigger naturally, and then plus after the rehydration, man, I'm telling you, he's gonna be a lot bigger than he ain't gonna. He's gonna be bigger than.
What advantage does the smaller guy have then? Is he much more agile, much more fast? Like, is he able to be? I was using moving target, hard to hit. Is he able to be harder to hit, and is he able to hit and not get hit? The smaller guy, that is.
So, right. He is going to be elusive in the first couple. I mean, I'm not saying it's going to be a second round knockout, but he's going to be elusive in the beginning. But then we all know, first of all, I think due to inactivity, that you're going to see that Rigo's going to die out by the 5th, 6th round, and Loma's just going to take over. Hey, so I just want to say about that. What else? I hear the bell. Hey, Matt, I just wanted to say I agree with you so much tonight. It's crazy. I never agree with you. But tonight I agree with you, man, about the Salido, about the composure. Hey, boxing fans, don't forget HBO. Orlando Salido's fighting on HBO on Saturday, too, man. Boxing all day. The undercards. And I think I hear on everything. Oh, one more thing. Salido was a champion when he beat Loma. Got to give Salido credit for being a warrior in that ring, bro. That's all I got, man. ESPN on Saturday. It's on.
All
Tune
right.
into the boxing voice.
Lemon, thank you for calling in, brother. Looks like that is going to be it for the night.
Lemon
That's show.
Top ranked name. I love it.
Final thoughts is, man, listen, last fight of the year, the finale for HBO. I just want to say thank you to boxing for giving us such a great year, ending it with such a great fight. And, I just can't wait.
Oh, we still have some good fights next week as well. Billy Joe Saunders versus David Lemieux is a fantastic fight.
Big fight. I think that's the period. Or the exclamation mark.
Fantastic. Then what are you calling this one? Like, you know what I mean?
Did I not begin this show with saying that on paper this is arguably the best fight in boxing history?
I'm just saying fantastic might be a little much, but all right, whatever.
Billy Joe Saunders, David Lemieux is a fantastic fight. Absolutely.
Billy Joe Saunders' son is the kid who kicked William Monroe.
Yep.
All right. So we want to see Billy Joe Saunders get his ass kicked. I mean, me.
Well, yeah, you.
Yeah.
I don't want anyone to get the ass kicked based off their son.
No, not based off their son, but based off the way the son was raised.
You don't know how he was raised, but
I mean, something the son heard that made
you're viewing a father-son relationship off of 3 seconds.
Okay, so you're telling me don't.
If he was culturally aligned with you, would you do that?
I would say, Dan, I was wrong. Yeah, I'm saying the way the son was raised. Yeah,
I don't base anything off of 3 seconds.
You judge the book by its cover.
We don't even have to talk about that.
The poster by the movie.
The bad blood is there between these two
It
guys.
was a bad moment for Saunders, and I can see where Enrique is questioning the parenting. What episode are we of overtime, Matt? 31?
I have not created it yet.
But is it 31?
I think it is 31.
Call you OT, man.
Why are you always thinking?
Don't think, dude.
I don't know for sure. I don't know if it's 31 or.
I'm just joking, man.
You got a sweater on, Enrique?
Yo, I got the Sherpa on, bro.
Yes, man. You guys are all cold over there.
Yeah, it's cold, man. It's the coldest day of the year.
My ninja got the Sherpa.
You know. Tomorrow's the weigh-in of the biggest fight.
Yeah, man.
Final thoughts.
Rigondeaux invited us to
hotel room. Pause.
Whoa.
Interview.
True. Let's see if that happens.
Weigh-in.
Right.
Movie.
Day of.
Approaching it as a film crew, not a journalist with a microphone and a video camera.
Shots. He taking shots. He loves to take shots.
I mean, when Enrique Church is involved, that's how I do it.
That's how he does it.
I'm not a journalist.
He's not a journalist.
I love to report as a fan.
He's a journalist pretending to be a director. Or no, a director pretending to be a journalist. He's
nah. Erase that.
What you mean?
Whoa. Wait. Doomsday just dropped out. Damn. Oh, okay. Doomsday's back.
He's right. Is he really back though? Is he going to be on overtime with you and I and Matt? I don't think so.
Yeah. Let's go with the final thought so we could get our little 5-minute break and breathe.
I'm waiting for you, Matt. Episode 31.
Yeah, episode 31. I'm creating the show. Enrique, final thought. Go, man.
My final thoughts, man. I have to pick Rigondeaux. Culturally, I am picking Rigondeaux just like New Yorkers pick the Mets or the Yankees. Regardless, win or lose, we ride with them. I have to ride with Rigondeaux. I see Rigondeaux as the moving target, as I've been saying.
Why? Oh, you're saying culturally because he's Latin?
And I also, he's a winner. He's not a loser. He's a winner. He has an O. He is elusive. He's the moving target. And can Lomachenko land it? He's not Nicholas Walters. He's not Gary Russell Jr. So it's a hell of a fight. And all my chips are going on black number 11. Rigondeaux, that is. You can follow me at TBV_casual fan on Twitter and on YouTube. And I also have the boxingfanapparel.com. Look me up. boxingfanapparel.com. boxingfanapparel.com. Find out about it. Get the premium gear. Boxingvoice.com is the channel. Shout out to all of you. Thank you. Peace.
Doomsday, Mr. Doomy.
They dropped the ball.
Peace.
Let the
No, I got the final thought. I mean, look, I'm leaning towards Rigo. Rigondeaux. I can understand people's arguments, with Loma being the younger guy, stronger, being an overwhelming puncher. But I still got to count on, not only culturally, but because I believe in
culturally equals the new bias of TBV. Watch.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a comment in the section tomorrow.
Enrique's created that category right now.
Culture. And they're gonna be like TBV's definition of bias.
They're gonna be like, that's racist.
But it's still gonna be one hell of a fight. And looking forward to this Saturday. You can catch me on Facebook, Alexander Lainez, Lainez, IG, Instagram. It's Alex_Doomsday_Lainez, and on Twitter, Alex TBV Lainez. Oh, Alex Lainez TBV.
Yo, when someone says Facebook, I think of my moms and shit.
Oh shit.
yeah.
Yo, he called you old.
J-Lo, but not famous. Facebook.com.
My man.
Hey, so Doomsday, you gonna act like you being on and you're gonna duck, or do I need to make an over?
Nah, go ahead. Nah, I'm down.
Yo, by the way, before I get to my final thoughts, can you please schedule on Patreon? I sent the link in the Google Hangout chat. I cannot log into Patreon right now. But my final thought, I don't think anyone should be picking fights based off of quote unquote culture. I think that's a cop out. I think that is on some level being racial. I may not say racist.
No, because what if like your dad?
I didn't interrupt.
Dad.
Hold on, Enrique. Let me go.
If you would fight, your dad is picking you against Warren.
I don't care. I'm not talking about.
That's culture right there.
You're not. Hey, are you related to Rigo? Are you his cousin? Are you his son?
Probably like nine phases apart. We are related somehow.
Besides the point, your color of your skin, where you're from, does not determine if you're going to win a fight.
Well, he ain't say nothing about skin. You did.
Yeah,
I
did.
know I did.
Color and skin. He ain't say-
Again, culture does seem like something. I'm just gonna be completely honest here.
Yeah, well, you're reading into it negatively.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. They go like, "Yo, that's racist."
Yeah, people are gonna think that, and I'm gonna check you on that. Let me just check
me, please.
You're checking on your own assumption, though. You can't.
Oh, you putting yourself in the box.
Yeah, I don't pick every Portuguese boxer to win.
You should.
Why? Why should I? Hold on.
You should applaud them.
Why should I?
I mean, you should applaud them.
When I'm on a talk show determining, making picks on who's going to win a fight, race and culture should have nothing to do with that.
Well, I'm just going to be
my
honest.
pick is Loma. You can catch me at Mixed Combat News on Twitter, Matt Hunter TBV on Instagram. Those are my final thoughts.
Matt just wants to be controversial because
That's an overtime topic. Championship rounds. Let's take that to the championship rounds. We're gonna talk about culture and racism.
Enrique was clear in his comparison of the Yankees and the Mets. How New Yorkers go with their team regardless. That he didn't make it about race or color. You did because you're white, and that's the easy cop out for you.
It's culture, and I think we all know what culture meant. Let's just be honest. You clown Jay Will. Hold on. You clown Jay Will, and you don't know Jay Will's Spanish or Latin.
Who clowned on Jay Will? What'd I say about Jay Will, bro?
Not you, Enrique. Enrique pressured Jay Will to pick Rigondeaux because pick your culture, man. You don't know Jay Will.
I didn't say yo, pick your culture. I said culturally, who do you pick?
You said why aren't you backing yours?
Why are you backing your team?
Oh, so Enrique was being racist subliminally all this time, is what you're saying?
Nah, that's a good topic, though.
I love Enrique, but I think he needs to check himself on that.
Is that how you felt, Matt?
I just think on this platform, please watch what you say. Especially when you're on once
crushing them.
And this is my livelihood.
Oh, shout out the masterpiece, Nest, Fubu, for us, by us.
Oh, that's racist. Look at Matt.
Yo, catch up with us. We're going to be having this much fun on Overtime. Peace.
Peace.